That's fine.
Welcome to Talk of the Tavern. A little about us. We're your at-home interactive weekly geek con, all blended with wit, sarcasm, and a pub-like atmosphere. We're adults talking about adult topics and using adult language. We laugh and make jokes about almost everything. We don't intend to upset, but some folks have their feelings hurt easily. This is all done in humor in the style of the great offenders such as George Carlin, Red Fox, Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Wanda Sykes, Sam Kinison, George Lopez, Lisa Lampanelli, Chris Rock, and others. So grab your vice of choice, sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy yourself in the company of great people, hot toddies, and guests alike, because here we come.
Put that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open. You'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk of the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk of the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk of the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk of the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
And welcome to July, I forgot what day it is, 5th, Thursday, to Talk of the Tavern. And I'm the host, Travis Sivart. Today for my vices, I have water, because, and I have whiskey with water in it. And I may or may not get something to smoke. I haven't decided yet. I'm running low on cigars, but I have plenty of pipes. And then let me introduce my lovely co-host. Are you in front of the window today?
Yeah, I moved.
It's like every day. You'd think you
Every
have
day.
12 rooms because it's a different view.
And there's a basket for the cat, because the cat lays in the basket.
Just in case. It's a basket case.
I have bacon. I have a plate of bacon.
You have a bacon case to go with your basket case?
Yes.
Nice.
Yay, bacon! That's my vice today.
Is that all you got?
I have tea,
Oh, I was hoping it was
because I drank all the coffee.
bacon juice or something.
Ew.
I
No,
know.
no.
It'd be weird, but I don't judge you.
Who's
Okay.
our guest?
Our guests, you don't know them. These are some of my favorite Brits out of the 4 I know. 7 I know. 20 I know. Man, I actually know a lot of Brits. But anyhow, let me introduce, hold on, behind the scenes here. Hey, Flick, is it hyphenated or you just got the one last name now? Hyphenated. Oh my God, hold on, cat emergency.
Hello's been attacked!
Let me help you, kitty. There you go. It's okay. See, this is why they shouldn't go behind the... So, and our guests today are the newly married...
I'm actually waiting to see if the cat can actually go out that window and then appear behind Andrea there.
We have discussed getting like a bottle all of the same liquor and just passing it off one side and have the other person bring it. It's like, even though we're totally separate places. Okay. We have Greg and Flick. Introduce yourself, guys, and tell us what your vices are, besides each other. I'm kidding.
Greg and Flick and Greg. We are performers, entertainers. I think our vices probably are entertaining and showing off.
Yeah.
Really, aren't they? We haven't got a drink. I mean, you Americans over there, you won't understand that, but it's hot over here in England at the moment. So, we're just sweltering with this incredible heat.
No water, no nothing.
70 or something. No, well, we got a little bit of sipping drink, but we haven't got any alcohol on us at the moment. I had some around here somewhere. I'll have to grab
We were
a
actually
bottle.
just talking to Kevin Monday about the weather, and he's like, you guys might not think this is very hot, but for a country with no AC, we're sweltering.
We don't know how to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
And
there is no option.
Yeah. Most Americans are like, oh, yeah, you don't know how. You know what? Shut up. This is hot for them. Leave them alone.
It's that situation of I'm now spending as long as possible in the car because that's the only place we have air conditioning over here. I'm just going to stay in the car for a bit. It's fine.
I keep telling people off, though, because they keep moaning about how hot it is, and yet a few months ago when we had the unexpected snow, they're moaning about that. You just can't win.
That is correct, and that troubles me, too, where I'm like,
They do that here, so it's a world thing.
Humans.
It's just silly.
Mm-hmm. It makes me wonder, why can't you just appreciate when it's hot, or appreciate the cold when it's hot, as opposed to complaining about the hot goat? I am sweating like a dog right now, but come the middle of winter, I'm going to be cuddled up in front of a fire.
Dogs don't sweat.
Well, it just means panting and drooling a lot, which, is normal behavior for me. So it's like, that's how dogs sweat.
Well,
What?
our problem is, Flick is always cold, no matter what. So even in this heat, she's absolutely fine. It's me that's hot.
Afternoon.
Trouble is, even when the heat temperature starts creeping up, I'll go to hop into bed at night, and I'll find the electric blanket's been turned on. I'm just, what's going on here?
I'm cold-blooded. I can't help it.
I see you and Andrea have more in common than you knew.
Good. I'm not alone.
No, you're definitely not alone. Oh, yeah. Everybody, just below your screen, you're going to see a share button. Click on that. Let your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or wherever you want know. We're here hanging out, and we're going to talk about juggling and dinosaurs and weddings, and probably mention tea somewhere in the next hour or so.
Oh, my.
And by the way, we have a Brit on standby, so if these guys don't hang out with us long enough, I have like bonus Brit in the background, just waiting to come on.
Back up, Brit. Well, I'm glad we're the first choice, Brit. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that's what we told you. It's I haven't seen you so long, and here I am just like insulting you like you're American or something. It's
fantastic.
Hi, Joey.
Well, it's one of those strange things, isn't it, when you sort of deal with the podcast and everything? Because you obviously co-starred in The Last Airship. We've interviewed backwards and forwards on podcasts since 2013, way back to the original Sounds of Steam. All of this, and yet you came over to England. Was it 2 years ago now? And we basically met up for one evening. And it's the wonderful thing about the internet now and everything else. We're sitting here having a chat, the four of us sitting around having a chat for an evening. All right, there's some people watching, but, they can join in as well. But it's amazing. One of the things I love about the internet, despite all its flaws, is that we can just have these really strong friendships across, hundreds of miles.
Time and space.
And we just enjoy ourselves.
And I
think that is our toast.
Yeah. Here's to what you just said, Greg. Way not to drink anything. Oh, there you go.
Oh, they're so cute. I'm not picking Harry up. He's on the floor.
She wasn't so happy. She was less happy than Flick, that's for sure. She's now leaving the room.
Oh.
I'm doing something wrong. Oh, she's going to sleep on top of the humidor. So, as I said, or as you said, or as between the two of us we said, okay, so Greg does juggling, he does comedy. Hey, Kennedy, good to see you. He does magic. You do some magic, right?
I do some magic, yeah, I do magic. Comedy, juggling, escapology.
Yeah.
Film making, a whole range, yeah.
It's easier to say what he does not do.
And Flick
not sing.
Flick is the brains and the beauty of the two of them, and Greg is everything else that remains.
Well, basically, especially when we go to steampunk events, I have to do the juggling, the escapology, the magic to get looked at, whereas I spend most of the day being asked very politely, usually, if I could just move to one side and get out the picture that someone's trying to take a flick in our lovely costumes.
It does happen fairly regularly.
See, I'm one of those people when I take pictures of, especially somebody who I can tell they're together, whether it's a couple or not, whether they're, male, female, 3 guys, 15 girls. If the other people are hanging out with the person, I just make sure I get that person as the centerpiece of the photo. But I tell other people, get in there, photobomb, have a good time, because that's what we're trying to get here, right? A good time. So I'm sorry, Greg, I would take a picture of you, okay? Behind Flick, not like in front of her.
No, I'm quite short, so you can't really. We've even got as was mentioned, we said we're going to talk about weddings. We got married just last week, and there's one of the wedding. Thank you very much. Even one of the wedding photos, when you see it, it looks like a lovely photograph of Flick. What you can't see is me crouching down in the background behind her dress because the photographer's like, Greg, could you just get out of the photo for a minute? This is not wedding day.
It was when you looked at one of the pictures, though, and you're like, I'm not really that sure, am I? And I was just like,
You were that day.
I was that day, and then they decided, wouldn't it be a good idea if we put Flick halfway up a flight of stairs as well, just to really accentuate the thing?
Know your place.
It's we still cherish the picture of you next to Kevin.
I've got even better one than that. I went to see Penn and Teller last year, the Vegas Magicians.
Mm-hmm.
I got a photograph of me next to Penn Jillette.
You had to
Now
stand
that
a long
is
way
a
back.
big guy.
Well, I mean, is he like Kevin? Is what 6'7", 6'8"? So is
He's
Penn?
12 feet tall.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's way up there. So is Penn that tall?
He certainly looks noticeable, and also because of the way we're talking, he's signing something for me, so he's actually bending down over me. It just looks ridiculous.
What were you like laid out on the ground and he's like signing your skull after punching you or something? What happened?
He was actually signing my balls, but beside the point in time.
Oh, great! I thought we had to behave. Oh goodness, thank God.
So back to juggling. Anyway,
Back to what you guys do, because I want to mention Flick's paleontology. I want to make sure we mention the Aquatica now before we just ramble on and forget to mention it at all, and get that up
putting
front.
that in the chat for everybody.
Yeah, so basically everybody kind of hoped, when I ended up getting together with Flick, everyone kind of hoped, I think, that she would be this calming influence on my life. I'd stop dashing around all over the world doing this stupid juggling thing, which is not a job to anyone that thinks about it. And I think everyone thought, well, that's okay. She'll come in. She'll be a calming influence. He'll settle down. He won't want to be away from her as
Anyone
much and
that's had
everything
a
else.
dog knows it doesn't work that way. When you get the puppy with the old one, it doesn't calm them down. It just makes the other one hyper.
Reinvigorates the old one. What?
It won't let me post. I've tried it 3 times and it just shows a monkey with a blindfold.
No, it's there.
I can see your post.
It's there 3 times.
It's not showing for me.
I see them all 3
It's all right. It's showing for us.
What?
Yeah, so
why are you seeing a monkey
Well, that's
with
all
a
that matters.
blindfold? What is that about?
I have no idea.
And by the way,
I want to see the monkey with a blindfold.
I do too. A few comments is Kennedy said Penn Jillette is very big. Then Dez says Penn is huge. Teller is my height. So it's Greg. I'm not that much taller than you, am I? I'm.
You're not that much, I don't think.
I mean, like an inch taller, not like.
It says Penn is huge, not
penis huge.
Yeah, I can. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, this is weird. So okay.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
I think it's fine. Just check it. I mean, so everyone thought she'd be a calming influence, and instead of that, I dragged her along into performing, and that started off quite slowly. We do steampunk events, and there's a moment that I'll do in my steampunk event, and it was started off when I was doing the blindfold knife juggling.
Uh-huh.
And I do this regular gag that I've got the blindfold on, and I'm juggling the knives, and I'm going to throw one of the knives underneath my leg. And before I do it, I just say, oh, by the way, just before this, I've just realised Flick's in the audience. Oh, hold on, we got a blindfold monkey.
That's a
there we
blindfold
go.
monkey.
Distracted by a blindfold monkey. It definitely is. I don't know why. But so I do this gag, about to throw a knife under my leg, and I say, oh, by the way, if anyone knows my fiancée or if Flick's there, I say, I've just remembered Flick's in the audience, and I've promised her that I'll never do this trick again. I say, if this trick goes well, massive round of applause. If this goes wrong and the knife ends up where it could, Flick's going to need a new fiancée. Well, now you say that will have to be husband. But so one time I'm standing there and I put the blindfold over my eyes, and there's this massive
blindfolded monkeys.
Blindfolded monkeys. That's exactly what I am at that point in time. Put the blindfold on, hear this massive laugh, take the blindfold off. Flick has gone over and cuddled up with some guy standing in the audience. And that was when you really sort of started performing, wasn't it?
I still don't think of myself that much as a performer. I'm just
interactive.
A little bit. Yeah, I'm sarcastic in the background, and I'm a bit cheeky. So.
And then you co-starred in The Last Airship, of course. You got into doing all of that.
By the way,
which again, I beat you up a lot. I think that's kind of, is that acting?
This is in no way flattery. You were probably the best actor in the whole thing. In all honesty. You were the most natural on the screen out of all of us. And Greg, you had a great screen presence also. But, looking critically, as people do when they're in a production of it. I'm like, no, Flick kind of stands out on this one.
Method acting, I'm just kind of me.
See, I didn't go natural enough is what I did. I didn't go off lines enough where I do that better. So, yeah, I'm like, oh, if he ever invites me
There was
again,
a dinosaur in there.
There was a dinosaur.
There was a dinosaur in there. That dinosaur was so much... don't get me started on the dinosaur, especially the scene when he's on the bed, because just the computer graphics for the dinosaur just drives me into meltdown.
It would help if you knew how to do the graphics before you decide to do a series involving them.
No. You learn as you go along.
Wait.
You learn as you go.
I know what I need from you two. I need a video of the two of you when you're in your steampunk gear. Slap it in front of your green screen and just do a quick, hey, this is Greg and Flick of whatever project du jour, because it changes every 8 months. And you're getting toasted on Talk of the Tavern. Oh, thank you, Des. Appreciate that, buddy. Oh, that's for Kennedy, though. There you go. But then with your green screen, put whatever you want behind you. And if you keep the original thing, then you could change it up every time you get a new project. And I'll put it in our refill breaks. I was telling you about the refill breaks earlier, where we go into a 5-minute video. We get to walk away, but they see. So
We're getting a little more professional now.
we are.
Whoa!
Hey, can you see our overlay on Twitch that Andrea made?
Yeah, I've seen the overlay on Twitch. Yeah.
And Greg, if you watch, your ad pops up there. I haven't pulled that out. I've left that in there. So
Oh yeah, he's
in the
up
lower
there.
right-hand corner, you'll see.
We'll have to open that one up. Oh no, I can't open that. That
Oh, don't
just
worry
does
about
my.
it. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. You know what your ad looks like.
A 10-second lag. I can't watch myself talking 10 seconds in the past. It just confuses me.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, we've come a long way from the days when I was Skyping Travis from a tent on the banks of Loch Ness, which is always the good.
Yeah, I look forward to doing it again, because what
Yes.
a location.
It was fantastic fun that night. It went weird in the end, but
Bizarre.
if we did it now, I'd actually be able to see outside as well, now that you've come over to a more sociable time.
That might really ruin the whole effect of being on the line. Look, it's just a lake. That's it, guys.
Anyway, yeah, so where was I? Had I got to anywhere with the story? Or
You know
was
what? Let's do this. Let's talk about Aquatica real quick. Give me a breakdown of what you're doing, why you're doing it, what you're hoping to.
Say, you might not have Nessie come out behind you, but there could be some other monster in there.
Yes, so we were watching actually Blue Planet. I don't know if you've had Blue Planet over there.
Good show. Good show.
And just the effect of plastics. There was one scene about this poor whale, and it's still clinging on to the body of its young, which has been poisoned by microplastics through its mother. And we were watching this, and we got very upset, and Flick in particular got very, very upset by it and wanted to do something about it.
Good.
And basically, I only have one skill set. I wasn't going to be a scientist who's going to go and figure out how. So I just said, well, let's just do a show. Let's go and let's teach people about the problem. And that was really the birth of Curious Aquatica. And Flick turned around straight away and said, well, I've always wanted to be a mermaid.
Beautiful.
It seemed appropriate. Bit of magic in there, but a serious message was a lot of fun.
So we're travelling around. Eventually, we're going to expand it to all sorts of other shows, but we're starting off just going around schools and taking the show in and just getting people when they're young and saying, look, something as simple as using less plastic is going to do a great deal to save the ocean. We're going to other topics.
I love my plastic, but I would be perfectly okay if they outlawed it tomorrow, because it is destroying our planet. In the half dozen decades since it was invented, we have so much crap and damage, and it's just growing exponentially. I look at how much trash I throw away because we don't have recycling around here.
It's not even just that, it's just culture now. Everyone throws everything away. Things are built to be short.
Yeah. Why don't phone cases, why can't you just replace the chip inside when you want a new phone, or replace the parts, which you could 10 years ago when smartphones first came out? And now,
how about the companies make phones so you can actually keep using them until you break them,
Okay,
rather than
that's
just
just
updating all
insanity.
the time so you can't keep it.
Why would they do that? No, I agree.
And
though.
then it's things you don't think about, because one of the mistakes we made very, very early on was we were doing part of the project and we got a little bit of glitter. And as soon as we bought it, Flick's sister actually said to us, is that biodegradable glitter? And it's the other thing you do. And so straight away we went out, we corrected that, we got biodegradable glitter. But you think glitter, it's so small, you see every single festival, you see someone with their face covered in glitter.
Look at all the cards in shops.
And where does that go? It gets washed down the sink, it goes straight into the sea. All these tiny bits of plastic, just straight away you've got a problem there. So this is kind of what Curious Aquatica was set up, and we have learned so much about conserving the oceans just by preparing the show as well.
May I invite both of you back on with that as the specific topic? Because A, I can rant about it. B, I know I can be better educated about it. So
I think definitely, yeah.
yeah, when you have time, and with you guys right now, I'm getting a new job, so I have not scheduled anybody. So we could schedule anytime you want, but let's do more than an hour and just go on about that. And
Let's do that.
because, oh, by the way, Kennedy says we have recycling, but for the sheer idea of paying for bottles of water was unthinkable before the 90s. Yeah, the I look at how much saran wrap, plastic wrap, cellophane, comes across my kitchen alone, and it's amazing. And people are like,
One-use
oh,
plastic.
hmm,
I say one-use plastic.
right, absolutely, it's not reusable at all. At least when I buy lunch meat and it comes in a plastic container, I can reuse that for other leftovers. But even then, when I'm done with it, when it breaks a year down the road or whatever, where is that going? It's going into a landfill, which even if it never hits the oceans, this is not a positive.
They don't allow it to be recycled here. They're very strict on what you can recycle, and it's so little.
In our particular area. Now,
It's
other
horrible.
areas, much more expensive. So, yeah, I would love to do this as a whole topic. And the whole time we could definitely cheer on. By the way, everybody listening or watching, as the case may be, which we're back on iTunes and iHeartRadio and Google Play and everything, so check us out there. If you're not listening live, make sure you come join in live Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, and then you can actually interact with us, ask questions. But we're posting links in the chat there. Guys, as I said, I just got done with my own Kickstarter, and I am so glad to be able to tell somebody else's link instead of mine. I am so tired of asking for help.
Oh, by the way, congratulations on your Kickstarter.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I noticed you got there in the end.
Oh,
really looking forward to reading those books as well.
It's and thank you for your support with that. I read it out, as well as, by the way, your continued support on Patreon. I really appreciate that. It's
No
and
worries,
in
no
case
worries.
you forgot about it and you didn't mean to keep doing that, disregard what I just said.
Oh, yeah, where's that? I've just got to cancel that. Hold on, give me.
But everybody, look, we're putting the link. Go to the link. Share the link somewhere. Share it. It's automatically set up for Facebook and Twitter, or you can grab the link itself and go put it on Instagram. Wherever you go play. Let people know about this. Because really, the bottom line is, let's not be idiots. And A, pretty much commit suicide as a society. B, kill our children. Because that's what we're doing.
Don't do that, people.
Yeah, even if they don't choke on plastic, you kill the ecosystem in the oceans, you kill the world. That's bottom line. Flat.
It's like the saying, you don't shite in your own house, really. Well, we're doing it to the whole planet. So.
We are, yeah, and nobody goes, well, that's not
Absolutely.
my problem. It's I don't live there. No, you do live on this planet, and
every little bit helps, no matter what. You got to
it
start
really
somewhere.
I mean, that's the thing. Travis, you just mentioned the Patreon page for Talking Tavern, and the thing is that there's this thing, this is wisdom of crowd sort of thing takes over when you're doing any crowdfunding. This is what we found with the last airship. I think nearly 2 years ago now we did that one, and the thing is that the more people back you, the more people are going to back you, and it doesn't matter if you're only putting in, $1 a month. For most of us, $1 a month, that's not a huge amount of money, but everyone looks, they say, oh, look, they've got this many backers, we're going to go ahead and we'll throw a little bit in as well. And that really does help everybody around. So don't think, oh, I've only got £1, I've only got $1, it's not going to do any good at all. And also, I'm sure Travis will agree here, I'm going to put words in his mouth now, but it's also a case of when you look at that and you see somebody's backed you for even $1, you see that and you think, that is somebody who is supporting what I do and wants more of what I do. And that is, for us artistic types, that's as big a boost as anything else.
It is. And also just sharing.
Greg's ad's on the page now, too.
There it is. And as for sharing, there's reasons to share. Yes, it boosts us. Yes, it lets other people contribute. But just as importantly, possibly more importantly, the more you interact with that link, sharing, commenting, liking, whatever, the more the algorithm of Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Facebook recognizes this is something people want and like, so we're going to put it in front of more people. So if 100 people interact with the link on some level, wherever you post it, it causes 10 times that in visibility. So if you threw $1 at it or not, share that link multiple times over the span of that Kickstarter or Indiegogo or anything. Or a new book release and it's straight up on, or a new video or whatever. Yeah. Engage that link. Hold on, I've got a cat in here.
And yeah, just to clarify, the Indiegogo that we've got, what we're actually pushing for at the moment is obviously we want to get this show out to as many schools and people as we do. We've set up the whole show. We've done all the hard work. We've thrown more money than we intended to into it, because this is Flick's playing this Mermaid Bliss the Mermaid, and the whole show. If anyone's seen one of my shows or seen one of my videos, my shows are a bit of nonsense and they're a bit of fun, and I like to take the mickey out of myself, and I particularly like props that look slightly subpar and then to do more with them. One of my favourite moments in the new show we've done is when this shark fin comes on stage and starts going around, and it is a paper mache shark fin stuck on a remote control car.
Which I drive very badly.
And sort of Flick's sister painted that for us very nicely, and she has real artistic leanings, and she was saying, well, I can do this, I can shade it, I can colour it, it'll look really good. And I said, no, this has to look like a 5-year-old made it, so that when it comes on stage, I can have a go at the audience and tell them to stop laughing because I spent a week making it. And that's, but then at the end of the show, when the mermaid comes on, she has to look incredible.
It's the mermaid
she has
Flick?
to stick in their mind. That is Flick, Fliss the mermaid, we call her.
Yeah.
And
How does
so
she
we've
not
got,
stick in somebody's mind? And by the way, do you let her do any puns on stage? Because that's really one of the most beautiful parts of Flick to me.
I decided that for this one, so I knew what was going on, a script was needed.
I don't
had
work
to know
with
what's going
scripts.
on. And then I also quickly decided that, well, mermaids, why would they speak? They don't know human. They don't know any language
They
we
make
do.
dolphin
So
noises?
I don't need... I did say actually more whale noises than dolphin noises.
not intentionally, but yes, when she gets excited.
Okay, you know what? We'll talk about the
Yeah.
wedding in a minute.
But so we set up this whole thing, but we obviously the mermaid tail had to be impressive. We actually went to a big film, one that makes them for films and things. We've got this really impressive.
Beautiful.
So all the show and everything like that we've paid for out of our own funds. But we've reached this point now where to let people see the show and get it into schools, that's a difficult step. You've got to have a marketing budget, and that's all we're looking for. We've set our funding goal at 500. That's just going to get us a couple of adverts in trade publications, and it's going to get us sort of, a few leaflets that I can hand out at shows. It's not a massive marketing budget, but it's just something to help us get started getting the shows into schools and things.
Get the word of mouth out there. And don't forget, guys, I will have this up on YouTube tomorrow, so you can have a link. And if you want, I will even clip just the first hour with you, or however long you stay. That way they don't have to hear us turn filthy and horrible afterwards. As we
That
do.
would be fantastic.
For those of you that are seeing the short hour interview, please check out the full length if you like inappropriate humor.
If you like inappropriate humor, the warning is there, and it's a warning because I've spoken about you on my podcast, which has been on hiatus. It's coming back from next week. You can listen again to the Tales from the Road. But I've mentioned Talk of the Tavern on there several times. I've mentioned you on there. And the thing is, I always have to say, I enjoy these guys, but I'm not recommend. I know I have family audiences listening. Just make sure you're kept. I've told you in advance exactly what you're going to get from them. It's going to be filthy. I enjoy it. You might not. Make sure you're ready for it before you go in.
And we have found Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is a lot more laid back and toned down than Monday nights. Because Monday nights we've got 5 of us, and it rolls well. But the rest of the week, not that we don't drop a swear word here or there, or have an inappropriate joke, but it's not nearly the level of Mondays.
Oh, no.
But still give the warning. Not saying don't. Can we talk about you guys now? Can we?
Yeah, we certainly can. Yeah. Let's get this Curious Quatica Indiegogo
And we'll
out of the way.
mention
Let's
it.
get on to...
When we're like, oh, we're about to go into our break. Are you guys going? That pimp it again. Let people know about it one more time before we walk away, and we'll drop links. So, how beautiful was the wedding, guys? How was it?
We're biased, but it was gorgeous and
It was
perfect.
amazing.
Are you both
I mean-
happy with how it went down? That's all I care about.
we're so happy. I mean, to have an outdoor wedding in England was a huge risk.
I had a parasol and an umbrella. I wasn't sure which way it was going to go.
And then beautiful sunshine, lovely day. Just everybody.
No pressure.
that
People
could be
weren't
there was
crappy or anything.
No pressure. Well, the great thing is we decided from go one, all we wanted out of our wedding day was we wanted everybody to enjoy it. Neither of us is particularly wedding-y people. I've been to weddings before where I've stood there and just got a little bit bored,
There's always
you're hanging
waiting
around.
Right.
And so we decided anytime people are hanging around, there's going to be entertainment. So when we wandered off to have our photographs together, I got a fantastic young banjo player, Mark, from a great band called Jukebox Jazz. He just came in and he played banjo for us, and a ukulele. And then sort of during the course of the evening, because we have a lot of friends who are performers, we had a variety show. We had a lot of them get up. And I mean, if I tell you the variety show kicked off with Kiss Like Ether playing the Last Airship title track in an acoustic version that I've never heard before, and it just kind of went on from there. We were just really lucky.
Everyone was amazing.
Beautiful. That's doing it right. It's nothing drives Andrea and I more crazy than just somebody that can't enjoy their own moment. And that is one of our moments that we set up in our life, but they take it too far, too serious, and they forget to take a breath and just go, God, I'm loving this.
Oh, it started like that for me when I walked down the aisle.
Well, that's nerves of that moment.
It wasn't that.
No?
It was, we had, come on, see if you can guess what music I walked down the aisle to with my job.
Super Freak?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. I was close.
Well,
Dinosaurs, Travis.
Exactly. So we had practiced this. The sound system was perfect. Me and my dad, because my dad was so nervous about it. And I was like, it's fine, Dad, I'm going to speed walk anyway. But we practiced. We had it perfect. And then
on a day, this sound system started jumping. It started cutting in and out. And we're kind of walking along and we're cutting it in and out and in and out. And so halfway down the aisle, I realised it was cutting in and out, and I started to just hum the Jurassic Park theme tune. And as soon as three brothers were behind me, and they all just joined in full force. And it was a moment we could never have planned, we could never have organised.
You just laugh
but
and keep going.
It just made great. When you actually come down the aisle, you were walking towards. On one side of the aisle, we had my stage tricycle, my old ice cream bike that's been modified for my show stage.
Like most people do at weddings.
Yes. And on opposite that, we had a life-size baby Triceratops. So that kind of sets the tone for the day.
A few comments here. Kennedy says, well, it's the afternoon here and quiet a bit later for our Brit friends. I'm not sure. I think we missed that comment. I don't know what that's in reference to.
I think that's relating to the fact that it's less raucous on a Tuesday to Thursday night.
Oh, that could be.
So if you're dealing with British time, we're going to be far more British and refined than you uncouth Americans with your filthy humour and your bad language.
Well,
hang on, what? Have we just been cut off?
I don't even have anything witty to say to that besides, yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, pretty much. And Toei says, I really just wanted my wedding to be over. And yeah, I feel bad for folks who don't bask in their wedding for the moment.
If we were just wanting it to be over now, and I was like, no, I'm still enjoying the process. The planning it, we did it so far in advance that we could take it step by step. It was fine. I don't think either of us went bridezilla or whatever you're supposed to do. We just
that would have been appropriate because dinosaur.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning, we decided. I mean, one of the very first. I was going to say one of the first. About the only decision I got to make about the entire wedding was as soon as we started planning it, I said to Flick, "Look, I hate suits. If I put on a suit, I look like somebody has captured Sasquatch and shoved him in a suit.
It looks like we needed the blindfold back."
Yeah. I said, I'm just going to wear my show clothes. And all Flick said, when I said I'm just going to wear my show clothes, she just looked at me, rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, at least make yourself a new shirt so it doesn't look all dirty."
That's reasonable.
Yeah. And in the end, actually, I made, because I wear this Sweeney Todd style of double-breasted waistcoat in my shows and the shirt. And we made a special outfit and we made matching ones for the best men. But I was there essentially in my show outfit because that's what I'm comfortable in, and I wanted to be comfortable on my wedding day.
And Greg, by the way, congratulations on getting out of every other decision besides that one. Good job. Well done.
The day before, I needed lots of me to just walk around with everybody because everyone had questions for me. And I was like, I don't know. Ask someone else.
Well, we went to one wedding fair, and we went actually with my parents and Flick's parents.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were walking into the wedding fair, my dad just took me to one side, and he said, "Gonna give you your lines for today. Whatever you want, dear." He said, "That's all you're gonna say for the next 6 hours. Just whatever you want, dear, and you'll be fine."
And I think you're the only one that nearly had a strop on the second one we went to when they didn't have your candy floss.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
What is candy
If I go
floss?
to a wedding, cotton candy.
Oh, got you. Okay, thank you.
That was the reason he was happy to go, because he got free beer and free sweets.
Oh, wow.
Gee, Greg, we should go places together more often.
Yeah. The only reason I know cotton
every
candy, the only reason I know cotton candy is back when I did physical theatre training. I did physical theatre training over in Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and the actual instructor was an American guy, but he'd been in Italy so long that he kind of couldn't speak Italian, but he couldn't speak English anymore either. He spoke
I've known people like this.
And we did this one exercise, and, you know, there's a point where physical theatre training just gets a bit woolly for me. It's all just a bit, woo, you know, now you be red. And it's like, okay, I don't know what that is. But we were walking across the room, and he would give you a keyword, an object or something, and you had to walk across the room in that style. And so we go and line up.
Much more whose line is it anyway? I can go with that.
Isn't it? Yeah. So we're all lined up on one side of the room, and he says something in Italian. This Italian word I don't know. And he says, "Oh, it's barbed wire, barbed wire." I was like, okay. So I start to walk across the room, and I'm really sharp and jagged and punching my arms out, really going for it, really solid and strong. And everybody else is just floating across the room like a little cloud. They're just floating across the room, and he is in fits of laughter. Everyone else is looking at me like I've gone completely crazy. And I get to the far end, and he's laughing his head off. And he says, "I'm so sorry. I meant to say the Italian word for barbed wire, which is fila spinata." He said, "But I actually said the Italian word for cotton candy, which is fila something else." And I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense. That's why you just have me looking like an idiot."
Well, apparently you have a violent reaction to sugar. So what about the honeymoon? Where'd you guys go? What'd you do?
Well, we were actually very... I've been entirely distracted by the back scratcher here.
I know.
Fantastic.
Tavern on there. Yeah.
An actual talk of the tavern back
Yeah,
scratcher.
well, that's Sharpie. I just wrote it on there. Because I'm creative.
We were actually really Isle of Wight for the first part of the honeymoon. 'Cause straight after the wedding, we wanted to escape. So we went about 9 miles across the other side of the island. And just hid away for 3 days, just avoided everybody and everything.
By saying it's Isle of Wight, we do mean when I first moved to the island, I had a lady come into our shop saying, "Do we sell postcards?" Because she wanted to send one to the other side of the island. She was about 70, and it was the first time she had ever left her village.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
that's awesome.
I said, "Oh my God, where have I moved to?" But it's catching.
Like you to
But
meet
yeah,
my
no-
brother husband, please.
Well, with our work, obviously, we're both busy through the summer. That's our busy time. So we've actually delayed the honeymoon proper until February time. We're going to go for a month off in Mexico. So
Mexico, really?
yeah,
Nice. What part?
yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, I think.
Beautiful.
No, everywhere where there's not currently a drug war.
Yeah.
Well
Don't
clarified.
drink the water. Don't drink the water. Drink the tequila. They have a festival out there.
And stay in
I
the
don't know
tourist
when.
areas. Don't wander into the back roads. The usual common sense when traveling, really. Stay out of drug wars and, stay to the tourist
I've
area.
been told off with this, and this is where, okay, making the wedding decisions was safe for me to do, making the honeymoon decisions wasn't, in that we had a little bit of an itinerary list, and then he went away working for the weekend, and when he came back...
Yeah, I went away for a weekend. It was the Crew Steampunk Convivial last year. And I went away 3 days of that. Fantastic.
We had Ben Henderson runs that, right?
No, Ben runs the Surrey one. This
Oh,
is
I'm
one
sorry.
of David Smith's events. But yes,
Okay, go on.
Ben was there actually. That's Moth.
I know.
So, yeah, I'd gone there for 3 days, and I'd actually, been paid to be there, but I'd also got a little tin, which was my juggler's wedding jar, which I kind of used at the end of the show instead of a hat. And I'd made a nice amount of money in that. And I came home after the weekend, and I came in all happy with myself. I came to Flick. I said, "Look, I've made plenty. This will go towards a honeymoon. That will help." At which point she turned around and said, "Oh, good, because I've decided we need an extra week, and it's going to cost an extra £2,000." At which point I said, "You don't want me going away, do you?"
An extra £2,000 on top of how much?
On top of about 6 we'd already got down.
Okay. Well,
Which I will point out, and she hates when I point this out. Obviously, if people know me, they know I'm big on my history, and so my idea of going to Mexico is going to the temples, the ruins.
That's what I'd want to do. Yeah.
Stuff. It's fantastic, and we booked into all those. But the thing is, if you're going to the Mayan stuff over there, it's incredible. You can go to the Chichen Itza, one of the most famous monuments, one of the most famous buildings in the world, and it costs about 20 quid to get in. It's hardly, for what you would spend in this country on something like that, you'd be looking at £50-60, mate. 20 quid to get in whole day, and I think we figured out we could actually both go in and get dinner for £30 or something. On the flip side, Flick's going to Mexico for the nature. So we're doing things like, well, I want to see the whales, so the best way to see the whales is to go to this private island and get a private boat that the captain can take just the two of us out and see the whales.
It's a honeymoon!
You can't do that for 20 quid.
But, how often do you get to do that? Honeymoon or otherwise? So
and it's on my bucket list, has been for years, so why not do it on honey?
Absolutely. Are you guys going to go for just 1 week, or are you going to go for at least for 10 days, maybe 2 weeks?
Mexico, we're going for a whole month in Mexico.
Oh, beautiful.
We're really going.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go.
We're traveling all around it. So.
Because, obviously, it's slightly different. We're looking at Mexico in the same way that I guess Americans would look at Europe,
Yes.
For Americans, it's a short hop down to Mexico. Same as for us, we could hop across to Italy, do 3 or 4 days there. By the time we've gone all the way to Mexico, it makes more sense to say, look, there's something we're missing. Let's do an extra week while we've flown all the way across the Atlantic, rather than let's maybe see if we can go back again one day.
Yeah.
That's very smart. I definitely agree with it. Do what you can while you're there.
Did you book your flight?
I beg your pardon? Did you book?
We want to know how the wedding night went now.
It was book and flight. Oh my god. Did you book your flight already?
We've booked a lot of stuff, but the flights we're still waiting on because so many days before you go is the best price.
Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting for those prices.
90
We're watching
All
the
our
price
hotels are
trackers.
booked.
Yeah, between 3 and 5 months is when you want to book the flight. So.
Okay.
Yeah, the hotels are all sorted, and a lot of the attractions we're going to, we've booked.
Excellent. That is great, guys. It's I don't know. We just genuinely like you guys, so this is why we want them on. Yes, to talk about what we do. I want to say professionally, but it's as much for fun as professional that we do the things we do.
Of course it is. That's why we do so much. I'm just seeing...
Checking the comment?
I'm checking the comments. As an example of plastic, just picked up Java at Swedish coffee shop near the job, and they gave me a chocolate ball and a plastic sleeve that lasted me only a minute as I ate the ball as soon as I left. And that is exactly the sort of thing. Just given a chocolate or something, wrap something in plastic just to walk out of a building and throw it away.
Right.
We're getting better and better with, I think sort of 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when I was in school, it was all about paper at that point in time. It was all save the rainforest.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got better and better at, not every time you go in the shop, they don't automatically give you a stack of receipts. Although I did recently have a series of letters from my bank. Every time I go to Italy, and I work in Italy, basically every time they pay me weekly, they have to send a letter from the bank to tell me I've been paid a foreign. And every single one of those letters came with another piece of paper inside to tell me that they've got a commitment to not using too much paper.
Oh, God.
And so soon this was... And I thought, well, you're sending out an extra piece of paper every week to me to tell me you're not using paper.
Yep. It's, by the way, when you're in Italy, in front of any kind of large monument or cool building, again, get me that Talk of the Tavern video. Greg Chapman, and I'm getting toast on top. Because A, it gets your face seen. B, it shows Talk of the Tavern is around the world. I have other people I've tagged. It's not just you I harass us with. Anybody who tells me they're going somewhere that isn't, where I am. I'm like, oh, by the way, Kennedy says, my daughter has encouraged me not to use plastic bags when I don't need one. Something frustrating for me is cereal. At least here in the States, it's in a plastic bag that is then put in a cardboard box. And then when you buy it, they put it in another plastic bag for you to take it home.
Yeah. And it's those extra plastic bags. I mean, we do try now always to have other bags. And slowly the plastic bags are being got rid of. But there were news stories earlier this week because I think it's Australia that have just banned single-use plastic bags in shops.
Good.
Or you have to pay for them now. And as soon as that came in, they had riots and things over people not being allowed to have a plastic bag.
Get a cloth bag. You could wash them.
Well, there's a lot of...
What's
and
that,
yet
Blake?
they still paper bags, which will biodegrade quickly.
Mhm.
You've got shops here. What would the equivalent of Primark be?
Probably like a Walmart or something like that.
You get shops like that give you for free a great big paper bag for your stuff. Then you get posh shops like M&S and, well, the supposedly high class ones that want to charge you for a horrible little plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
Why? When they're multi-million-pound companies, can they not give you a paper bag and get rid of plastic altogether?
Yeah. Or what's worse, when they're like, oh, we have paper bags, and they end up being like the rectangle paper bags, but they're actually plastic coated on top of paper.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Well-
wait a minute. Yeah, Andrea?
There are some grocery stores. There's some stores out here. When you bring your bag, they take money off of your bill for every bag you brought.
Right.
Very good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
And they are talking about going back over here. They're talking about going back to way back. You used to have glass bottles, and if you returned a glass bottle, and they're talking about you
Yes,
get
please.
10 bags. Now they're talking about doing that with plastic drinking bottles. If you return them to the store or whatever, you will get so much. And that's talking about coming in over the next few years. That'd be fantastic.
This is something we've talked about before, Andrea and I. It's back in the day. In the 70s and 80s, you would bring these bottles back and get money back from them, and you would recycle papers and they'd pay you for it, and you'd recycle rubber and they'd pay it for you, and you'd recycle aluminum
anymore.
and they'd pay you for it. And now we're charged to do this. So they charge us to take it, then they take it and they separate it, and they charge somebody to do that, and then they melt it down to whatever components. And then they remake other stuff, and all the way along the way, they're turning a profit 5 steps before it hits the shelf again and you buy the product again. And it's confusing to me how, well, basically the dollar has outweighed the place we live in.
They do have some products because people like their plastic throwaway cups and utensils and plates. Well, they do have a product that's been out for a while now. It's like that, but it's not made of plastic, and you just put it in hot water and it dissolves.
Yeah.
Oh, they have other ones that you put in hot water, wash it, dry it, and use it again. They're called ceramic plates or glass. Oh, by the way, Kennedy has a few comments. Kennedy, we're not ignoring you. We're just excited. He says the mayor of New York is trying to ban straws, which
that's another thing. With the straws, actually, having just seen that one pop up, you can get cardboard straws now, and they're coming in more and more popular, paper straws, because...
I had them when I was in elementary school. We had paper straws.
How hard can it be just to use paper instead of plastic in a straw? It just seems so simple.
Well, look what I have, especially at home. And by the way, this has all kinds of cool things, that I love about it. But the bottom line is I can refill.
Yeah.
And I can take it with me.
That we have a problem with.
It's a what?
It's single-use plastics that we have a problem with.
It is. And that's why I'm saying get a reusable item. And by the way, I'm sure you guys are bad for it. I know I'm bad for it. Absolutely, I will get a plastic bag to carry my stuff home in from the grocery store. Or when I go out for fast food, I get the extra paper bag. And not an extra one, but one to put the food in. So there's room for me to improve. And this is why I know the problem so well. Because I give a damn. And I see how much I waste. Can you imagine the people who don't care? What they go through?
Yeah. And Toei says, of course, when everything switches to paper, similar worries will come to the forefront about killing trees.
The thing about that
True.
one, I think, is we've already been through that. We've done the tree thing 20 years ago. There's now so much reusable, not reusable forests, sustainable forestry and stuff like that. They already solved that in
Well,
mind.
out here, there's what's called tree farms, paper farms, where they grow the trees just for that and they replant them.
And
Like they used to do with ships.
it's also considerably easier to recycle paper.
Travis, I know you want to read that.
Oh, yeah. Kennedy brings up a very valid point. He says, and of course, single-use condoms. When will it end?
I mean, that reminds me. There was a series over here a few years ago called Desperate Romantics, and there was a scene there where the guy lends his prophylactic to a friend because obviously going back in history, it wasn't single use; it was wash it out. And I know that scene got so many complaints because they'd included this little historical moment in their program.
Well, it's true, and I was going to mention that is historically, I believe it was lamb intestine or lamb skin.
Yeah, intestine.
Intestine, that's what I thought, but particularly lamb for some reason. I think the breathability.
Because it's a tube. Well, they're doing other stuff to that lamb.
Pig intestine. Well, we've already used it for this once. Just might as well. Yeah. There's ways we could definitely do this, and if we want to be around in 200 years, possibly significantly less, we need to start paying attention. And that's anywhere down to, fossil fuels and internal combustion engines to reusable things. By the way, I love to buy a TV and know I'm keeping this TV for 12 years. I hate
My dad used to. He was a TV repairman.
Oh, nice. So did the LED and all the newer televisions mess with them?
They killed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why that stopped.
I'm just gonna. I think we're okay for me to turn this around in the flat just for a second. I'm just gonna show you our television in the flat, just over here.
Yeah, it's the tube. Yeah.
We still have a proper old-fashioned television in our flat because
a good TV.
I mean, it's only got 1 pixel. You can't see anything on it.
Yeah. And you need a spyglass to get a good full widescreen picture. It's
good TVs. You could sit at any angle and the picture is fine.
That's something I researched with the new flat screen TV.
And nobody's going to break in to steal it.
Exactly. No one could lift it off the shelf.
Yeah.
There is that. But yeah, reusable items in all aspects. There's better ways to make money. There's better ways to make money instead of making people buy the same product every 2 years ad nauseum, whether it's a computer, a television, or a phone, or whatever.
But this is the attitude we've got now, because even when you look at something as silly as movies coming out, instead of doing something new in movies, they're just going, oh, we got a whole load of movies, we've already come up with the plot, let's just remake those over and over. It's just the attitude. Anyway,
well, at least they're reusing something.
I was going to say, speaking of rehashing stuff over and over again, because we are going to have to go sneak off during the first refill break, but we couldn't go without bringing up the Last Airship because we got 4 of us here, all in the Last Airship. And actually, my next job that I've got to get round to now is putting together a little DVD package with some of the outtakes and things, and I have a certain number of the other choices, the alternative choices for the American character played by Travis. We've got various other choices that he sent across, so I've got various footage that wasn't used, and some of it is fantastic. It just didn't fit in, but it's absolutely hilarious. But we got that to work on, and also while I've got you on air and you're tied down and I've got this recorded, you're coming back for series 2, aren't you, Travis?
Oh, I would love to.
Both of you, actually. I think you both can.
Yeah, if you'll have.
I can stand there.
Because I feel like I've grown so much as an artist since series 1.
Well, you've seen Flick's performance now,
Yeah, I know what I'm up against. I'm like, oh crap, they're all better than me. Step it up.
Well, I mean, one of the things we've immediately decided on for Series 2 is we're not calling it Series 2, even though I always will. It's going to be the second series. But the thing is, obviously, we learned a lot from Series 1, just doing it. It was the first time I'd done a full web series. We learned a lot. And one of the main things I learned was forget CGI. Let's use the CGI where we need it. But series 2, the best, I think, the best episodes we filmed, and certainly the ones that were most popular, are the two that are the first one, the last one, where they're mostly set in the real world. We got real backdrops, we're running through the forest. It's much nicer. Now, series 1, it was just impossible. We'd had neither the time nor the budget to create stuff. With the second series, I'm actually starting from the basic point of, right, we've seen inside the airship. Let's keep the airship as a main part of it, but let's bring it more into the real world. And I'm actually writing the second series with the idea of, we've got some fantastic locations around us. I've got some fantastic performers who are friends. I've also, had some lovely people making fantastic offers.
Talk to Kevin. Andrea, is it his father or his mother? One of them works with the, now I can't remember the name. Queen Elizabeth.
It's his father.
With Queen
And it's the Osborne House.
Thank you, the Osborne House.
Fantastic, yes.
So they might be able to let you get in there and do some filming in certain points in the house if you need to. Or
That's
at least
sort
on
of
the
thing,
grounds. Yeah, so
It's really nice out there. And they've redone a bunch of it.
And we're really lucky. I mean, people have been so amazing about the first series and the second series. People have seen the first series and taken it on board. And so I get messages. I get things like, I had a message recently. One of my favourite messages was, can I be in series 2? I have a cannon. And I was like, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
There is now going to be a cannon in the second series. I don't know how it's going to come in. But
we were excited about the thought of having a cannon in the series, or is it fear that it would be used against us if we said no?
By the way, we have a friend here who listens to the show. He and his wife might be listening right this second. Jamin and George Dipper. And they do dinosaurs. They provide dinosaurs for conventions and events.
And dragons.
So, for example, the Velociraptor, but you have the person, you just see their legs coming out of it and the rest is inside it. Well, you put a green screen suit on, and then you can cut that part out. So, and they have smaller ones. So, I'm not saying, but at least it wouldn't be CG. It would be
it's
live
one of the
action.
things we want to look at. Yeah, we want to look at for the next series. We do want Salrino, our little Velociraptor type creature, to be a puppet of some description. We just want to go as much as we can.
You're going to go like Looney Tunes with the frog with the, hello, my baby, hello, my darling, hello, my ragtime. No?
Merge between shows,
right? But yeah, just for us, we enjoy real life stuff. And I say budget and everything else, we just couldn't do it in series 1.
Sure.
The second series, we're going to keep it as real as we possibly can. We're going to try, because let's face it,
of the next series.
That's it, and we've also had so many steampunk societies say to us, or say to me, oh, if you want to come along and film, at one of our club nights or one of our social meets, if you want us to arrange a social meet, and we said, well, we've got this huge community, and when a group of steampunks get together, they have their own fantastic costumes. So when they do that, why not take advantage of these offers? Why not just get involved, let people show off their stuff?
May I throw an idea into the ring for you? You go get Kids Like Ether or any of these steampunk bands. You get them to one of those events, and you go, here's the deal, guys. Here's the episode we want to do. It will be long enough to make a music video out of one of your songs. So, it is now dual purpose. Your music video, our episode.
As it happens, and I'm not going to give away too much here, because this is going to be the opening episode of the second series. We are actually, first of all, I'm working with Kiss Like Ether at the moment, because they provide us all that music, and we like to go, I will do what I can to help other people out. I'm actually currently working with Kiss Like Ether. We're arranging some music videos, and especially there's going to be a music video, of course, of Flight to Fall with all of that. And then the other thing is, actually, I've said to them, I want them in Series 2, and I've come up with a way that the cast, within the context of the last Airship series, we've come up with a way that the cast can gatecrash a performance of Kiss Like Ether.
Is it a brothel?
Exactly that. Well, that's it, yeah. I mean, Chris and Adrian, that's where they're going to be found. So
it's good to know your audience. I mean, your performers.
Anyway,
we've talked to other people about your series. Not to interrupt and cut you off from cutting us off so you can go. But, there's been a few other bands who have shown interest in working with you guys. And so, but I won't mention names in case, you're good.
I mean, we always need more. The second series, we want to make it bigger, better. Now, Kiss Like Ether, they've been great to us, but it would be nice, again, just to expand outside and have more and more different elements of steampunk coming in, different things like that. Let it grow. So, I mean, there's the Last Airship Facebook page. Go there. If you want to offer to help us out in any way, shape, or form, drop us a message on there.
Can Flick sing? Flick, do you sing well?
No one would ever hear me to find out.
Excellent. You should do a music video of doing Let It Grow and just have the dinosaur and base it as a parody of Let It Go. And you never have to be on
And
camera.
sing it in mermaid song.
Wow, basically, yeah, I can do that.
That sounds great. So are you guys bailing? You got to go?
We've got to go, yeah. But before I go, don't forget there's that Indiegogo link. I see Andrew's just put it back up in the chat.
Excellent.
If you're listening to this, rather than me just saying Indiegogo link, if you're listening to this, if you just go to supportgreg.co.uk, for the duration of the Indiegogo campaign, supportgreg.co.uk will take you straight to our Indiegogo campaign. If you're listening to this in a couple of weeks' time and our Indiegogo campaign's finished, that will take you straight to the Patreon for The Last Airship, and you can just carry on helping us there as well.
Just so everybody knows that Indiegogo goes to July 20th, in case you're listening to this in August or September. After that, straight to the Patreon, and support that way. And keep in mind, Greg and Flick are always doing projects. They're always doing fun and educational. It's a wonderful blend. Always has comedy in it from everything I've seen. So just well worth cheering on, supporting, sharing, etc., etc., etc. Okay.
And, we'll come back on again soon. I've got a couple of things I want to talk to you about coming on and having a chat about, but we'll get Flick back on as well and have a full 3 hours on plastic and pollution and everything else like that as well.
That sounds wonderful. Or paleo. We all have so many varied interests. Well, yeah, we could do so many different things, so many different times. So there's always something new for us to talk about. We're old. As the case might actually be.
Sharks, plastic.
Yeah. I was going to say, we can come on and have a good chat again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. Go have a great evening. And you could, next time you come on, let us know if you fook.
Yeah, we'll let how the cooking goes.
So,
you take care, guys. Thanks so much. Thank you to everyone listening. You all take care.
bye.
Bye.
Okay, and everybody else, make sure you hang out. We'll be back in a couple minutes. We're going to pop over here to a refill break. We'll be back.
Hi. I'm a special unicorn. And I'm so getting toasted on top of the tavern. Nay. Nay.
Talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome.
Hey, look, it's ice. Baby! I'm lost and I'm trying to find my way to get toasted at Talk of the Tavern. If I can clean up a mess from my peacock, 2 can too. Look, I found a wide-necked turtleneck for a midget. See the boobs go there and then the legs? For the pirates in your life that like to have great hair, argan oil. Hey, want to see the definition of morning wood? Oh my god. It's a patron-only video. Oh god. What'll I do? This kind of shit my friends get, not strangers. I think there's a cat right over there. I just peed a little. I done told you already!
Butt bopper.
So Barbie now has pink hair. That's kind of cool. And then she also has a dream elephant. Oh, the things Barbie dreams about. Bubble Pong, the way to introduce your kids to bong. Just get them this and some beer. Let them go. My first thought was, that's not a flamingo. Hey, honey, I found your game. Oh, wait, it says ski, not skis. Never mind. You know what? I really got something I want to ask you. I done told you already!
It's time for a nap because we got toasted on Talk of the Tavern.
Kitten.
Look, it's Africa's best. No lie. Farm Friends hand puppets. Don't give this to your teenage son. You know what that leads to in the future. Bestiality. Wiggy wiggy wag, tail to pay. Wiggy wiggy wag, tail to pay. Yeah, wiggy wiggy wag, tail to pay. M&M's named after me. White cheesecake. Did you see that unicorn? It shit and run. You know, sometimes when I just gotta go, but I can't, I need a little pre-poo. Seen it all. Look, it's a poop sharpener. It gives a point to my shit. It's the Gallagher game, fun for the whole family. Or assaulting a stranger. I done told you already! I do what I want.
Don't egg him on.
You want a piece of me?
No money.
Wiggy wiggy wag, tail to pay. I'm a dog and I like my bitches. I don't like lions, they get snitches. Hold on. What the hell is this place called again?
Cigar Realm.
Cigar Realm. Mommy's baby. That's where mommy keeps the baby. At least it's ashes. That must be some kind of fucking lifestyle. Look, it's just like me, a white booty. You ever felt like a sandwich? Bitches, fuck, you know what I mean. So I'm going to go for a doggy rap. I turned to Russian, sounds like crap. Fuck. Shh, she's right around the corner. Did you see her? I done told you already! Wiggy waggy tail to pay. You okay over there?
Oh my god, that's horrible.
I like how it's working pretty well with switching between, you know, the different setups. I had to rearrange the two camera thing, or three person, so myself and you and the guest, because, and the only reason I had to rearrange it is yesterday Tara's camera put her up as a square instead of a landscape widescreen thing. Oh, and guys, let's see here. Toey said, of course, when everything switches. Oh, we already talked about that. How are you guys today? Kennedy? Des, you still with us, or did you go scurry away? You're still around according to the list, but that doesn't mean that's right. So we got
The list is not always right.
Des, Toey, and Kennedy. Though it doesn't show Kennedy on the list. I don't know who's here. Who's still here? Who are we going to talk to? Working.
Toey's here.
Toey, do you have, to use the mundane language, do you have a real job? Do you have a mundane 9 to 5? Or have you been able to...
She does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. But I think what she's done is she's created that niche where she's able to do her creative stuff. She's just doing a lot of different creative stuff. But I'm not sure. And I probably asked before, I just don't remember. But,
because you don't listen.
What?
Exactly.
Self-employed. There you go, that's
Amazon business.
Yep. Selling large, burly women. It's just wrong. I got a job at Amazon today. I started today, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got that last week. or so.
Yeah, just a sorting facility. It'll be good, mindless work. Kennedy says, by the way, how much text interaction do you guys prefer during live cast? And Toei says, selling plastic stuff to kill the planet. Good job. Kennedy, we want it all the time. But depending on our guest and your content. See, my actual hope is... What are you going to say, Andrea? Oh, you breathed, so I figured you were on top.
Oh my God, I'm not on mute. I am sorry.
It's okay. See, Kennedy, my concept is eventually the chat itself will almost become self-supporting and you guys talking amongst yourselves like it used to be on the Facebook page before we went to Twitch. And asking occasional questions of us, of the guest or us or whatever, depending on the setup and the guest also. For example, I have sent Richard a message to see if he wants to pop on. And if he pops on, absolutely interact with us the whole time there. But like Monday night with Eric Larson, it was a limited time. There was specific information we wanted to get out, and we focused on that. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's our audience, our viewers, you guys, you are our show. So you have a certain level of importance also. But yeah, if we have a limited guest, whether it's limited in time or limited in topic, yeah, we don't hit the chat scroll quite as much. But we love to hear you chatting, or see you chatting as the case might be, just so we know you're still there, you're still interacting, you're still engaged, even if you're just engaged in conversation with each other. Yeah, and the guests do have to plug. And also, if somebody like Greg, who we've known for so many years, and we were invited to his wedding and we didn't make it out there, I definitely wanted to balance it between his work that he's doing now, or whatever project he has up now, versus his personal life and the wedding and everything, as you saw we did. But this does limit to how much we're going to pull out of the chat. So, hold on, Greg messaged me. Okay, he said, thanks for having us both on. To let you know I love you very much and miss you very much and like you very much. Very much. Actually, I'll read the rest here. I'll read the rest later is what I meant to say. Babble. So, yeah, with points like this, it's all about the audience at this point in time. We're just here to talk to you guys now. And if we don't have anything to talk about, I'll read my books.
What?
What?
There must be a delay.
Between me and me?
Between me and me. Me and you. What?
Oh,
are you there?
I'm here. Are you over there? I can see you. Actually, I'm curious. I've got a notification here that... Oh, that was Greg from the last one. Okay, we're done with notifications. Okay. Hi.
Toei says she likes the tavern sign overlay a lot. Well, there's going to be some changes here. I'm working on them. I'm working on it right now.
Turn the tavern around. Changes.
What the heck is wrong with you?
I don't think it's genetic. And the reason I say that is because, there's a lot wrong with my family, but it's a totally different set of wrong than what I have. And thank you, Toei, because Andrea should have said thank you, because that's Andrea's hard work.
Thank you, Toei.
But yeah, she's got some other ideas
learning.
She wants to work on that might be a little less... They're just different. We're going to look at different options and whatnot.
It's one thing with that sign for 1 to 2 people, but more than that, it gets a little...
Yeah, once we've got 5 people up here, it's a slightly different world.
That's okay. I'm working on it.
But, yeah. But, something else you might be able to do, Andrea, is keep the same general sign shape, but make it more of a square. That way when we have 5 or 6 people. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. And we're going to play with different things. I like it too, by the way. And it's cleaner. It's more branded. And oh, you should see Andrea's. Did you watch the gaming last night at all on Andrea's channel, Toey? You should see her Marvel superhero ones. That one is fun. Bright colors. The guests on were in a film strip, each one with their own little cell, like the old reel-to-reel type film strip. And then
Like film,
yeah,
which you don't see anymore.
the cat cam was a comic book explosion graphic with the cat cam inside of it. And Andrea was I don't know, the head of Venus de Milo. I forget what show she was.
What?
What was your surrounding you?
Just a yellow and orange frame.
You know, for yours, for the superhero thing, you could also use like word bubbles or thought bubbles instead of the film. Just saying.
Well, the thing is, I could, but it's getting everything to work out properly with Skype, and that was a test one, and everybody didn't come on because of, certain things. So when I get a chance, there's maybe.
Hey, should I show them? Who do we have on? Should I show them? Here, I'm going to show them stuff. Okay, guys, work with me on this one, okay? So I'm going to take you through. I have 4 different overlay setups right now. This is when it. I had to change it. Hold on a second. This was the original setup when it's just me and no Andrea or anybody else. This goes in the middle, and my thing goes in the middle. This is just me, myself, and one other person. This is what we just had. Andrea's going all the way across the screen. It's funny.
There's Harold behind me.
There is a Harold behind you. So this
knocking everything down.
Have myself, Andrea, one other, and then here is myself, Andrea, and 2 others. Yeah, you're like a luchador. You're like right in the middle of the 3 different things. This is hilarious. Hold on. No, go. Okay, sit up a little. Stay. Good. Nope, too high up. Go down just a little. Now go that way, just a smidge. Okay, no, too far, too far. How big are your smidges? Stop. No, go down just a half smidge. Stop. Okay, now, okay, let me put you back to where we should be. And I gotta send you this. Hold on a second while I mess up her Skype screen and show her this. There you go. Andrea, enjoy it. Oh, hold on, Richard message back.
Where did you send it?
Skype. Skype.
Nope. Oh, there it goes. Now I see
Skype.
What? I have these.
Oh, how are those? Are they wonderful?
My favorite.
That's right. Kennedy says, now say I'm Batman.
Yeah, I'm Batman. I don't need to say it.
Fine.
Oh, wow. That's
Isn't that great?
Here, door.
El Luchador. I should have had you come closer to the camera so you fill up more of the space. Hold on a second. I can put it back. Are you doing it or not? Okay, hold on. Okay, can you get any closer to your camera? Okay, perfect. Can you go up just a little? Okay, down just, hold that just like that. Now, make big eyes. There we go. Okay, got it. Stop. Oh, well, welcome to Talk of the Tavern Twitch stream where we do stupid shit. See, what's great is when I do the screenshot, it takes a screenshot of both of my... Let me just show everybody, see if I can do this or not. I don't think it'll show. That message has been removed. Why has that message been removed? So you guys can look in Andrea's little window there, and you'll see the screenshot of her and the other thing. Hold on, I gotta...
That's great.
Put the other one back. Here we go.
Are you done?
Hold on, I gotta let it load.
Do I need to do it again? Cause
No.
Doing stuff here.
No. Okay. Now, there you go.
Is Richard coming in?
No, he's out with the wife doing things. But yeah, you guys can see the screenshot I just did of her, and there's her regular face right next to the luchador mask face. Oh goodness, I just
It's
want to
my secret identity. Why did you tell everybody?
because I want everybody to know how easily I amuse myself.
Wow, that's really bad. Wow.
So we have options since it is just you and I. If you're going to stick around, we can do one of three things, and there might be more. We'll see when I'm done if I actually come up with three. We can just randomly sit back and chat and relax. That's one. We can look up interesting news articles and talk about them and debate on them, etc. Rant about them. That's two. I can read from my books, and then we can discuss it, comment, etc. Or I can change it to we're giving advice and see who shows up.
Okay. I'm trying to work on these other overlays for you, but I'll chat and listen. I don't know. Pick something.
You're very not helpful.
I'm not helpful today.
See, I got to go change our topic now. Hold on a second. Flip it right over here.
Is there no one that wants to come in? Nobody likes us. What about tonight? Do you want to run a game?
You want me to message the gaming group and see if they want me to run a game?
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Hold on, I'm changing the topic right now to we're giving free advice worth every penny.
Oh, that's kind of true right there.
Okay, so we're going to just go update that with that. I'm going to go refresh this page, shut that page down. Guys, don't forget you can get free bits by clicking on the bit icon in the chat box, clicking get bits and free and paying for them, or watching commercials to get them for free. Now, I should have done this in the thing, but okay, hold on. Where's the Marvel Superheroes group? There it is. Okay, I'm going to verbalize my dictation, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay, guys. Started the new job today. I will be working a double every Saturday and Sunday. Is there anyone who would be interested in playing the superhero game on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday nights? Question mark. No.
Me.
There you go. You can go respond to that. And I will also send it over here to Dalamir.
So when we change it, I'll have to change the schedule on my channel, but that's okay.
Hold on. I'm changing.
What are you changing? Okay, there's another one.
What happened?
You want me to see if he wants to come on?
Who?
Skiggy.
Oh.
He just answered.
Hold on. I will gracefully bow out of every... Okay, what I'm sending to the D&D group now, though, is, okay, guys, started the new job today. I'll be working a double every Saturday and Sunday. I'll gracefully bow out. If everyone agrees to change it to a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night, let me know.
Well, I know that group, not everyone
I know.
may be able to do during the week.
At least 2 of them, so it might be easier to lose me than...
everybody. Or more, yeah. Cool.
Okay, so, and then we need...
See people now, you get to see the behind the scenes. You're welcome.
There we go. Only because she made me do it.
I didn't make
Matricula,
what?
did you just host us? Thank you.
What?
And Toey says, I know
Awesome.
what we could talk about. You guys can pick things for me to find at Raleigh's Supercon for a Talk of the
Oh,
Tavern photo scavenger hunt, and I can make a video break of it.
yes.
Yes. Now,
Batman.
here's the deal. Toey, landscape, not portrait. I need 5 minutes of content. So, you got a pen and paper? We're going to start giving you a list. First of
Number
all,
one.
in your intro video, just buy a sign for the con or a group of people behind you or the hotel or something that goes, I'm at SuperCon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at SuperCon. We're doing a scavenger hunt to help us get toasted on Talk of the Tavern. Now, Andrea mentioned Batman.
She uses a real camera.
I saw that. But it's
Not
so
fun.
it will be landscape then. So no big deal. So Andrea, Batman. What else?
Mhm.
What is the theme
See if
of
you can find
SuperCon?
any Incredibles, because that's out
Yes,
now.
especially the Incredibles. Does SuperCon have a theme? Is it superheroes in particular? Is it anime? What is it? And by the way, as for the 5-minute thing, keep in mind, if you do 30-second videos with each, like you're asking them a question, like, and just make up a question. If you're like, part of the scavenger hunt is I have to ask each question, each character I find. Okay, cool. So like this will allow you to do longer videos instead of just like, I found Batman, let's keep going. You could be like, Batman, I would Talk of the Tavern, and I need to know boxers or briefs. Whatever you want, go silly. I'm sure you can accomplish that. Okay, so Batman, Incredibles.
That's great.
I think anything that is very recent.
What's a good classic?
Oh, I mean, that we know will be there, that there's a chance that she'll find. Give me a sec. I mean, like, if we went with Lost in Space, not likely to find one of that. Actually, you know what? A classic sci-fi anything would be great. And by classic, I kind of mean
I just meant
60s or
something that's
before.
all you'll always see at
Yeah,
a
a
convention.
Harley and a Joker.
Maybe.
A Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
3 Deadpools together. I don't want to make this too challenging.
Mm.
The bottom line is, whatever you bring back, we're going to be thrilled with. So we can keep throwing ideas at you, but they are not demands, just ideas. Multiple Deadpools.
Okay.
What?
Someone with like a homemade, something they made costume. And someone with, this is a scavenger hunt. Okay, someone with something where they made it all. At least 50% or more of their outfit. And then one where it's store-bought.
You know what you could even do with that? You could expand it into, here's the wedding shot. Here's something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. That way you get 4 people to a shot. And, you know, this lets you have the classic, the homemade. And I'm sure somebody... Really,
I'm just thinking, I remember the one guy at the convention dressed his store, and it was a costume bought from Walmart. You know, the free whatever.
Yeah.
It was the greatest thing.
Yeah, he looked
because
great.
he was Thor.
Which we saw him at Mysticon.
Mm-hmm. It was fun.
Sorry, answering them.
Oh.
So we're setting up moving our superhero game from the weekend to a weekday because of the job. I'll be working double.
Okay, general stuff, movies, comics, anime. Okay.
Right.
So the convention's general stuff. All right, got it.
You could definitely get some Star Wars figures, and I think group shots would be better. And if you could make up a question for them, or if you did like the wedding shot, go, you know, here we're with the wedding shot, and just have them cue in with, I'm old, I'm new, I'm borrowed, I'm blue, whatever. What do you got?
If you can get someone in charge in charge of the event, like one of the big ones. If you can track them down, that's always good.
That's very true. Yeah, if you get the con head or somebody up there to say, "Hey, we're getting toasted on Talk of the Tavern," and that's strictly selfish. That's so they go,
Hey, John.
"Where? John, hey buddy, we're just
And-
talking about the Marvel superheroes too."
And Kennedy says someone who's gender bending, 2 versions of the Doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say anything that is very common, like multiple Doctors together, multiple Deadpools, multiple Wolverines, Joker, Batman, Harley, or any combination thereof would be great. The most adorable thing you can find in the vendor room. And
I
then,
won't be there.
I was going there. I was about to say and then right after you do that one, another thing with the most adorable thing you can find in the vendor room, and make it either like a 3-year-old in a costume or a really hunky guy.
Yeah.
Or better yet, a really
the
hunky guy
best
holding a
thing?
3-year-old.
I love the little kids dressed as Groot.
They are cute.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
It's
Comic artist and a character they created.
yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kennedy. It's do you need more ideas, Wynn?
She's like, no, stop.
I'm trying to think of things you see at cons. Maybe the costume contest winner? I don't know if SuperCon has bands or not. Any special guests, even if it's them walking behind you and you go, get ready, turn around while the camera's on you and go, photobomb. So they look at you. And then you look back at the camera and go like this and see what they do. I'm not saying I've done that. I'm just saying sometimes
No, they just
it works.
photobomb automatically.
They do a lot. It's amazing how much fun a lot of these people have. Instead of going, can I get a selfie with you? Go, can I take a selfie and you photobomb?
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
It works like a charm because I don't think I've had one yet that.
They're like, no.
There you go. We'll stop feeding you ideas then. But yeah, that's good stuff. That's fun stuff. But yeah, I've been thinking about other content for the show when we don't have a guest, especially if Andrea's like, hey, I can't be there for this show. What do I do? And these were some of the thoughts that I had. Of course, reading news articles or ranting about whatever's in the news or not Facebook. Actual articles of some sort, even if they're ridiculous articles, like on the fakest.com, right, Toei?
That's great.
Fakest.com. Fakest. Hey, how's the Kickstarter for your traps doing? I think I'm following it, but let me pop over here and check because I am so broke right now. I can't support.
I put a link in there.
Anything.
We can support by sharing with everybody.
You put a link in where?
I said put a link in there.
Oh yeah. Toei.
Is there one?
Pop us a link for the Fakest as well as for the Kickstarter for traps because I'm really curious to see how it's doing, and I will not be shy, a little bit envious, but not in a bad way. Definitely in the supportive, hey, way to go sort of way.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to make this all about Win for a moment. And there's that. I think it's the fakest.com. I'm going to let it pull up before there we go. There's that. Yeah, because Kennedy hasn't seen these links before, ever.
Okay.
So, and then let's do a search for Transylvania. There it is right there. Did she beat me to it?
I don't know. I'm not even on the Twitch right now because I'm trying to fix this overlay.
Darn it.
Sorry.
She beat me to it by seconds. And it is at 31,006 out of 10,000. That's awesome. That is awesome.
That's fabulous.
I tell you what, if I could, Andrea, I would. I'm not worried about having like my trap in the book or anything, but I would love to get.
It's
Hold
a
on.
trap.
Well, the $40 is the Trapsylvania in hardcover. First of all, just minimum to 25, which is just the new book. But there's one of them in here. 4 copies. No, don't want that. I want the one that gives you like all the books together. And I'm not seeing it now. Maybe it's one
He
of
wants all the books.
I don't have them anymore. I got rid of them. I think I
I
sold on
know.
eBay 15 years ago or something because I just didn't use them. But now that you guys are playing D&D again, to put traps in there that'll kill you instantly with no chance of your survival sounds great to me.
I don't think I like that.
I'm glad you get paid, Toey. Like I've said to you before, you know what's the next best thing to me being very successful? Is somebody I like being very successful. So, I hope you do get paid. How awesome would that be to, like, in 5 years, we're doing what we do, and Win is just, like, superstar.
She's already superstar to me.
Okay, you got me there. You're right. You're right. You got me there. I have to start working on my Kickstarter soon. I've sent out the thing, and I haven't done much with it because I'm waiting for the funding, and at that point in time, I'm going to send out the reports to everybody asking them, hey, you ordered, these paperbacks or these digital copies. Which ones do you want? Just beer money. I didn't know you were that big of a drunk.
That's all right.
Because I know you're rolling in the beer money. I bet you get $2-3 a month out of this.
That's bank, yeah.
That's right. Not a spank bank, but it's a bank.
Whatever. Not judging much.
I am on the inside. But anyhow, I've been thinking about things I could do, like if Andrea totally bails on me and ditches me one day here for the show. I'm like, what do I do? So I've thought about the articles online. I've thought about I could get Tunnels and Trolls modules and just play them on air by myself. How fun would that be? I wonder if I could find any with Toei.
You'll sit there and play with yourself and people will watch.
Hell yeah. It works for chicks on the sites I go to. Why wouldn't it work for me on Twitch? I'm so alone. But yeah, I was thinking I can also, like these books, Andrea, just basically read passages out of this and then discuss it. And this is something we could do multiple times, depending who's on, who's hanging out and everything. And of course, even if I do it every 6 months, it's worth going over the material again. I feel bad charging as much as I do for these, but it's what it costs. I'm still living in the 90s. Other things I could do is I have this, Etheric Elements, the first one, which, by the way, that's free on anybody who's watching. If you have not gone down below my video screen and clicked on Etheric Elements, which is free on Amazon, what the hell? The same for that one.
Do it, read it, review it. Yay.
Yeah, that's the important thing, guys. As payment for me, put a one-line review. Or write a damn book in the review. Whatever, just give me a review.
Just do a review. That's all.
But I also have these. And by the way, everybody loves this one the best. This is the best anthology I have out, or short story cycle. This is the second best. I don't know where this one falls, because it's got a little bit of everything in it. So this is definitely an anthology.
That gets you ready for everything else.
It does. But yeah, these can be when I'm sitting here by myself, just reading one of these short stories and stopping to answer comments or discuss a concept, how I wrote it, or what it means to the characters, or anything I feel like. I could do that. I don't think I'll ever read from Harbinger. But Journal of a Stranger I sure could. Let's just open this up randomly and see what we got. Right here. What is this? Okay. It says, I am the traveler from the crossroads. I travel realities, dimension, time, and space, or whatever you like to think of these things as. Divergent timelines become realities or dimensions once they grow enough. I live multiple lives at the same time in different realities or dimensions as humans would define them. I am different than a Time Lord, not better nor superior, just different. I'm a jack of all trades, as required by such an eclectic lifestyle. Not really a lot to discuss there, is there?
I'm not sure.
Good answer.
I had to find the mute button and unmute, and yeah.
Hey, Win, wait, before you go, Win. We're going to miss you. Hurry back.
Bye. I'm working on the hanging sign.
Oh, here's one for you, Andrea. This ties into our Marvel games.
Okay.
It's rather long, but I'll read it to you, okay?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. As for reading to you, tattoo. I know the advances coming in the next couple 100 years. Medicine shall grow tenfold more than the last 100 years. Imagine, just over 150 years ago, people didn't sterilize their medical tools. 100 years ago, they finally figured out anesthesia. 50 years ago, doctors were still smoking cigarettes during medical examinations. The advances made in the last 20 years alone are astounding. But the medicine of your era is still very backwards. When I hear about current cancer treatments with radiation and chemicals that damage the body, I shudder. I think about a movie I once saw where a doctor nicknamed Bones traveled from the future and was in a hospital, and upon seeing treatment of the patient said, "What is this, the Dark Ages?" as he hit one patient with a hypo spray and cured them of some debilitating and deadly condition. Then there is space travel, and the lost expeditions in space that were never heard from again, except for the one ghost ship, Talonis, and the other which showed up the 100 years after the collapse of your civilization. Ghost ships in space are really weird things. Guys, you're looking in the wrong direction. Space travel may be okay within your own solar system, but any further, and you need to peek at other concepts I mentioned in this journal. I've seen conspiracies of the past decades and centuries tied together. The powers that be do hide it from us, though, because if we knew, they don't think we could handle it. I've seen the beginning of the future since the turn of the millennium. Once you guys get rolling on genetic alteration, and once business truly owns the government, after what would be called the big bailout where businesses save the existing governments, things change. No longer are lobbyists hoping to convince the politicians, but instead they will be minor lords that give commands. But the populace will be so relieved because it saved the easy life they knew. So people give up freedoms to the money, which is good in some ways, like advancing science and medicine, but bad because it'll become a controlled substance that they dole out to those that they feel deserve it, or more importantly, who can afford it, which is almost always the rich. But they will experiment on the willing poor who sign away their lives and freedom for a bit of comfort. The microbiology and genetic changes combined with nanotechnology will bring about an evolutionary change in the next couple 100 years. Whole regions of the planet will become wastelands sacrificed in the name of civilization. People will be changed by environment and research, becoming specialized in ways we cannot even imagine right now. Then the true odds arrive. Again. They introduce a biological agent we never encountered, killing off much of the human race. They have an agenda, one that's hidden from the populace by those in power. They will give this planet 100 years to comply before they return. One girl will rise to bring your fallen civilization together, to save our species. Once the true odds return, you will fight. That won't be the right answer. But it is the nature of man. The true odds will drop terraforming agents onto the planet before they can be vanquished and sent through the wormholes which they came. Tens of thousands of years will pass before humans have a civilization like they do now. You okay?
You know,
What?
no, I'm getting very sleepy with your reading.
Oh, I'm almost done.
I'm going to take a nap.
2 paragraphs left. Everybody else probably dozed off. Kennedy's like collapsed in the
They're all
hall with
out.
his coffee spilled next to him.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, I'm going to finish these last 2 paragraphs, okay?
Okay.
Tens of thousands of years will pass before humans have a civilization like they do now. But it's a changed world, closer to a medieval society than what you know. With the mutations in people and the new races that rise, magic will be part of the human DNA. Creatures of myth or close to them will walk the land. The true odds will once again find a way to breach this reality and pull a comet into high orbit, raining radiation on the planet. The dead will rise. Mutant insects of giant proportions will surface after sleeping for millennia, and the true odds will raise an army of otherworldly horrors. Society will fall again, but also close the portals too. It will only take 500 years for the human, Aphine, Dacium, and Rocairn races to rise again. This time, they will come as close as we ever have come to creating a utopia. But human greed will once again tip the scales and open the portals once more. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Gonna be nap time.
I could read poems. I got poems in here.
Okay. So nothing to talk about?
I don't know. Is there anything to talk about in that? That actually takes us from our... Oh, he put kapow! That takes us through the superhero mythos that we're playing through in the game to a series of novels that I have planned, to the medieval fantasy that's in the book The Harbinger, to the steampunk world that's in a couple of the books I just showed you, as well as some others that are coming up. And I'm really happy that I read that, because there's a couple lines in there that relates to the steampunk books that I'm working on. It's rough when you got to read through all your own books just so you make sure you keep your continuity going right.
Well,
what? Oh.
I'm sure people don't want to watch, stare at me while I'm working.
Oh, I could keep talking. Hold on, I was putting myself in.
But if you keep reading, I'm going to be out.
Oh
my goodness. Because you used to read so I could sleep, and that's...
I know. Well, perhaps I'm dull and monotonous, and that's what puts you to sleep.
Well, no. This is just... I'm trying to get this overlay done for you.
Yeah,
and I was hoping we'd have some more guests or, a little bit of something so I can do this, but...
I can definitely fill the time with other stuff. But I'm
reading?
Yeah, well, apparently I can't use that because you fall asleep.
Not if I'm here. I mean, that's rough. So, hey, everybody watching, if you're still conscious, because that was, very relaxing. Any thoughts? Throw out a subject. Let's see what happens.
Maybe I should mark down the time of about 1:45 in the recording and clip that out and send it over to YouTube for Kim.
Yeah, there you go.
But Kennedy, I don't know if you're reading Harbinger or whatever. And you know what? I'll throw this out there, whether Des or Kennedy or whoever is still listening. Your server went to sleep. Like your waiter?
That's the reading. Yeah, right? Did he drop food?
But if you guys who are hanging out every day want a free ebook besides the ones that are free already, let me know. But here's the deal. I give you a free ebook. You don't get another one until you read and review the first one. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is I'll give you all my books for free, just to have you review it. And you feel free to put in the review. You know, this was given to me as a review copy.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to review his books. I had reviews up and then they snatched them.
Well, Amazon. Good.
I was going to say because of the address.
Right. They realized that we are connected in some way, and they went, Amazon, that is, being they, went, nope.
Like, that's a no. Try again. Boogerheads.
Ooh,
that's not very nice.
You know, I realize that shrimp are nothing more than, you know, the ants or the cockroaches of the sea. Well, the crabs are more like cockroaches, but whatever. But, man, I do love some shrimp with a good marinade or grilled, etc. It's I do enjoy it. I just ignore the fact that it's pretty much a bug of the ocean.
You're welcome, people.
Oh, I got a free DVD rental code on Redbox.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta reserve it. And what is it? Set it up in your account's mobile phone settings, earn 250 bonus points. So yeah, if for some reason we decide we want to go out tonight, I don't think this is going to happen tonight, but I don't see an expiration, so we could put it off till
maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, it's well, tomorrow I'm working from.
You won't get home till like 1:30 in the morning or something.
Right. It's there's that, and you know what I'm gonna do here? I am going to. You guys want the most efficient way to support the channel? Totally the most efficient way.
What is that?
That's the Patreon. It automatically renews every month. I get dollar for dollar. I get the most from that, even beyond subscribing and everything. I knew you meant your computer servers. And Toei says, I'm back. I enjoyed the journal book. Just downloaded Etheric Elements off Amazon for my Kindle. Yeah, and I tell you what, the journal, Toei, I hate to beg things from you because you're always such a great supporter, but the journal has like the least amount of reviews. Though I've given out hundreds of them, it has the least amount of reviews. So, oh wait, actually it looks like there's one new one on there, so maybe Toei did go review it.
They wouldn't let me.
Right, well, they yanked Andrea's out of there because they're like, nope, you're attached.
Boogerheads.
I'm going to go look and see what the new review is because... No, apparently I thought there was 5, apparently there's 6 because... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No, there's 6 showing, but they're all from 2015. So yeah, if you are so inclined to review.
Is that when the book came out?
It came out. Hold on, I gotta go backwards a bunch. Yes, July of 2015. And the last review.
Toei says, "Where do you want me to post a review?"
Amazon.
I didn't get that one off. I didn't get that one off Amazon, so I don't know if they'll let me. They'll let you.
Yeah, they let you review. Just if you bought it there, they say
it'll say verified.
Verified purchase. Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, I really enjoyed writing the journal just because it is all over the place. It's really all over the place. And why do I have 6 reviews? I could have swore for years I had 5 reviews. You know what it is? It probably 5 reviews is Croker Norch case files. That's what it is. That has 5 reviews, not 6. But Toei, if you're actually enjoying reading that, my books, let me know and I'll extend the same offer right over to you. You know, I'll happily send you something you haven't read once you. I'm very relaxed. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, though.
I know. You know, okay.
What do you got?
I made these hanging signs for you. And I just have to do a little tweaking to it, but this will work. What I'm thinking is the Talk of the Tavern sign. That'll work for if it's just you and one other person. This one would be great for 3 people. And it could probably be shrunk down. So...
You want to share your screen and show me, or do you want to just surprise me later?
Well, I'm still trying to figure it out. Hold on, because my Skype is being weird. Well, unless I have another person on, I can't really show you this one. Well, I guess I could show you, but...
Well, you get to show me the overlay on a share screen, and... I'm debating. What time is it? Oh, it's time for a break. I'll tell you what, I am going to go get a refill.
All right.
Or
that
an
works.
empty, and I will be right back. And I can go in your room and take a peek real quick if you'd rather. And that's a peek with a K at the end. Not a P. We'll be back. I could wear these to cover my chocolate starfish.
Talk the Tavern. Here you're always welcome.
I thought she had a great pair, so I decided to felt them. I gotta show that part. Okay, so here's a product that's popular. It's for real, a little tiger kitty and a little chicken. See, people coming around have to be careful. But I want to just point out that they have that picture in there, right there. And is it just me? Or is that pussy totally devouring that little teeny cock? Because once it decided, yeah, it does. You know the hardest part of doing these videos is all the little kids that are stalking me here and coming around when I'm trying to say something filthy and horrible. Oh look, it's little live pets. Little live pets. That's so much better than what I had in my day where we had to play with the dead pets. My balls are kind of odd shaped. Here, look. Pussy. The illest on the planet. Better play your cards right, Mr. Gambit. If you wanna hang here, right, no payment. Never not bad, I lost your band. Never not bad, I lost your band. So it's a strap-on unicorn horn for those who are feeling horny, and it's called One Love. What the hell are we selling our little girls? Pirate's booty. That's good shit. Right below it, these nuts. Look. It's Pop Fizz Doodle. I had that once after a heavy night of drinking. PowerCore Max. Performance lining provides ventilation and coverage. Adjustable straps, hook and eye closure for customized fit. Maximum support. Boobs. And over here we have Disney princesses for a new lower price, and there's pregnant Ariel. Something fishy about that. I do it right when drugs understand it. I do it right now, please don't panic. That should be good. You know what I really want for lunch?
What?
I really want a big dish of chicken flingers. So I've heard Batman needs Viagra. Check it out.
He's a little floppy.
You know what I want for lunch? I really want a big dish of flamingo poppers.
Once you start, you can't stop popping.
What?
My balls have ears.
You know, I dare. I'm gonna dare you to do something. I dare you to doodle on the floor. Her balls have ears. You know what I really want?
What?
To get a punchable critter. So when I used to be a stripper, this is something I used to be able to do. That's right. Walking world monster. Musical beads. You know what I really want? A big-headed unicorn.
No.
With toilet paper stuck on its ass. Okay, what'd you find there?
I don't think that's a really good message considering the school shootings.
Ever have an annoying sibling you want to control? So they've re-released Teddy Ruxpin, Donald Trump version.
Skin. Donald Trump skin.
He's got the hair, and then he's got the Cheeto look right here. Musical beads. I see you found the new toy line by Sauron. Musical beads. You know what I really want for lunch? I really want a big dish. Big dish.
A big what?
And we're back. We're back.
Maybe I should go.
Or you can stay here and just yell into my mic. No! Like that. That's good. Just like that. Well done. I forgot my ashtray. I got a cigar and forgot an ashtray. Hold on. Getting ashtray. Wait for me. Don't go. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Kennedy, man, I would really appreciate that. The reviews help. It brings, especially as I bring these next books out, reviews and movements on my other books create within the... The hell was that noise?
What?
Did you just gag like Cookie Monster or something? What the fuck was that noise?
No, I don't know what that was. I turned mute off. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. I'm squishing an
My
otter, though.
chair. I need a new chair.
I'm rubbing his belly. But yeah, basically, if there's movement on the book, even in the form of reviews, but especially in sales.
As long as it's not bowel.
As long as it's not what?
Bowel.
Yes, bowel movements. And it's one of those things, I'm not even worried about bad reviews or 3 or 4 star reviews, because that all that does is make it look realistic. And I have had...
That doesn't mean go give them bad reviews.
No, not at all. But I've had bad reviews where somebody went, literally, it was like 3 words with no capitalization, no punctuation, and they're just like, hate this book, or something like that. And I'm like, well, there's a 1 star review that's not actually a bad review because of their review style.
Oh, I didn't. They say, oh, I didn't mean to download this or some stupid
They
shit.
had one other. They got Etheric Elements for free. They didn't read it, and in their review, basically, they went, I don't think steampunk should be in its genre. I downloaded this by accident. 1 star.
Oh.
And they didn't read it, and they hate steampunk.
Well, they're stupid. That's my review.
I'm like, again, that's not a bad review. Anybody who actually looks at that review is going to be like, this person's an idiot. This has nothing to do with the book.
No, it doesn't. Oh. I know what we could talk about.
What can we talk about?
FNU.
Yeah. So I got a new job today. Or started a new job, I should say. So there's one woman there who they're handing out the employee badges, and they're calling people up by their names, and they say FNU. And the Indian woman comes over and gets her badge, and later I'm standing in line to ask a few questions about scheduling, and she's there, and I'm like, can I ask you how to pronounce your first name? And she said, no, that's pronounced FNU, because when I came to the United States, they put first name unknown, FNU. That's what they wrote in the space. And I was boggled, because, and I said to her, I'm like, really? That still happens nowadays? I mean, 100 years ago, I absolutely knew that happened. Now, it feels a bit ridiculous to have it happen nowadays.
It is. It's kind of, come on, the times, the stuff you never realize.
Well, we feel like we're so modern, but stuff like that just kind of reminds you that we're not. We're still.
That's why aliens are smarter.
Well, I've said that before, where if we showed up in the middle of Amazon and found 2 monkey tribes that were using tools to kill each other and jerk off, would we suddenly go, hey, let's bring them into our society? No, we wouldn't. And what the hell do you think humankind looks like if aliens land on this planet? They're like, so they've learned how to use weapons to kill each other and masturbate. No, I don't think we're bringing them into
That's what porn's for.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with masturbating. But when our society, the human society, can't function without killing off other portions of the human society, yeah. We're down to 3 viewers. We scared some people away.
I scared them away, I'm sure. Because my crazy luchador face.
It could be. Anyhow.
Which it happens.
As I was saying, Kennedy, I'd love some reviews, especially as these next books come out. And totally be happy to send you Kindle versions of the books. Or anybody else listening at this point in time. The rule is, though, I send you one. When that's reviewed, I send you another. So there we go. That's that. And right now there are 3 free books out there. If you go to my website, travisisivart.com, sign up for the newsletter, you get Journal of the Stranger, which is the Diary of the Time Traveler. The other 2 down below. And they're just Amazon free. It shows as a sale, creates movement in the algorithm, etc., etc.
Yes. So, okay. What do we have going on? What is today? Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
So, Monday would be the next show.
Where we're doing handheld movie theater? No, movie studio.
Maker. Movie studio, yeah, which is this thing. It's called a phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a computer. And the big yellow one is the sun.
It is. It absolutely is.
I need to just stop listening to Pandora Comedy Channel because I can't stop quoting it.
Yeah, you'll get tired of hearing it one day and stop quoting it.
It's like I have Tourette's.
There's nothing wrong with Tourette's.
Sometimes.
Very entertaining.
So we do have a couple people left.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. What?
Yay.
I got bored and decided to go see what reviews I've had on my other books. I don't check this as often as I used to.
Because you're busy. Lots of things.
Well, it's like when you get a new project out, you go and you follow it, you check it out, all kinds of stuff like that. But eventually you get to a point where you're like, it'll do what it does.
When it doesn't.
That's right. Quiet because I'm typing. Thank you,
We hear. I wondered what that noise was.
We'll just quietly sit here and not bother you and wait.
Well,
can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? What?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street. It's where they keep all the sesame seeds.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Well known for it, well documented.
I always wondered.
Yeah, Big Bird is like a big sesame bun if you turn them around backwards.
No. I was checking my channel. I have 90 followers now.
Nice.
I need to get my viewers up. So, do you want to game tonight?
We can game tonight. Sure.
Would you like to do some tabletop gaming, or if we can get some people in, or do you want to do?
Let me see here.
What can we get? What can we get? So, I really enjoyed the Marvel last night. There's a cat. Guys, if you didn't see it, there's a giant cat. And we're in New Vegas, which is one of Travis's worlds. So it's a desert. It's a giant cat box.
It's modern Earth, but it's a couple of decades in the future, and Vegas had basically a corporate war that part of it got tore down and rebuilt after it was bought up.
It's just great.
So there we go. Just saying.
John played last night.
He did. I don't know if he's still lurking right now or not, but
Could be. He's busy working, the whole day job.
yeah.
Of course you know. But yours is more of a night job. So.
Mine is a night job?
Yeah, yours is going to be more at night, right?
Well, evening, afternoon, basically 2:30 to midnight, I believe. But I have to look at. I could look at that right now because I've got the paperwork in front of me. Let's see here. Let's see what I got because I'm actually kind of curious about this. Okay. Yeah, basically 2:30.
Can't hear you.
Why?
I don't know. Did you cover the microphone or something? It got really quiet.
No, I bumped it.
Oh, that's good now.
Bumped it all night long.
Yeah, you did. So.
You know what? If Daniel was listening, I'd yell at him right now.
Why?
Because I'm in the Marvel group.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mentioned changing the game night and everything, and I says, "Did you want to play tonight?" And they say yes. And then he says, "Marvel?" I'm like, yeah, we're in the Marvel group. That's what it's about. So it looks like yeah, 2:30, so I'll have to leave home at 1:30, and I'll get home around 1 a.m. So for 8 hours of work, I'll be gone 12 hours. Maybe they'll let me work a little more and just give me a half-hour break instead of an hour-and-a-half break between.
That's kind of how my work schedule was before when I had to drive an hour to get to work. Now I'm closer.
So there we go. It's so yeah, what we're looking at there, and that, and that. Yeah, Fridays I'll be working nights. That'll let me get my son from school. And then Saturday and Sunday, working doubles. And that'll be that. Is that all I need to check? Yeah, I think I was confused why I'm being gone for 12 hours when I'm only working 8, but the hour drive there and the hour drive back, so that's 10 hours, and then there's the hour-and-a-half break, so I'm just exaggerating by a half hour. Good times. There we go. Now we know. And knowing is half the battle.
Did you say an hour-and-a-half break?
Yep.
Oh.
But I also said maybe they'll let me work for an hour of that and just give me a half-hour break.
Okay.
We'll see.
Who knows?
They'll tell me how it goes, and I'll do what I gotta do, and that's that.
Every company's different.
Yeah, I know. People spend time in my company, they tell me it's really different. That's right.
I didn't say anything. I was on mute, so you couldn't hear me anyway.
No, I can't, but we've only got 45 minutes left. I could read more. Anybody need some free advice? It's worth
I do.
saying. What's your question?
Give me some advice.
Okay, hold on a second.
Oh, Lord. Shake the magic 8-ball.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here's your advice. Love thy neighbor, just don't get caught.
Yeah, especially since the neighbors are cows.
This is lame.
What is it?
I went to fortunecookiemessage.com and figured I'd, just get advice out of there to give people.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No,
How many? Oh.
What?
Okay. How many WebSphere Java virtual machines should I have in a cluster? Type that in. Asking for a friend.
Generally 12 to 16, I would think. But let me check my Magic 8 Ball and see what it says. Why, hello, kitten.
Where's the kitten?
Under my hand.
Oh, how'd that happen?
I really do have to point out that there's a difference between advice and information. Advice is generally opinion.
What's your opinion?
Hopefully backed by experience. I already said 12 to 15. 12 to 15. I said around a dozen. I don't remember.
I didn't say that was the question.
What? I'm scratching a head. It's not even mine.
Oh.
Or mine. It's Giraffe. Giraffe. He's going to lay on water. I would love for you two to do unnecessary censorship. What the hell does that even mean?
Talk like R2-D2.
That could be. It
How
could
about
just be
this?
interrupting people with, "Shut up! No! Stop!" Hold on, I'm looking it up. Apparently it's a Jimmy Kimmel thing. Refers to the practice of adding censor, bleeps, mosaic blurs, or black bars to source materials that were neither profane nor explicit. Okay. There we go. What would we be censoring? Would we be censoring ourselves? I could do that. Andrew just muted herself and she's just going on and on and on.
I was censored.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
The He-Man cartoon.
I will show you my favorite unnecessary censorship, and I will even pause and let you guys go watch this because this is great.
What is it?
Hold on. Okay. Oh, yeah. Right here. This is beautiful. Hold on, let me pause it before it plays. There was just a little sneak peek for you. Yes?
So, for the Marvel game tonight, is John in the group? Is he going to play? Is John around? Hey, John, are you around?
John is not in the group. But I just
Maybe he wants to play tonight. Who knows?
It's only a 2-minute video. Go ahead and go watch that. Enjoy.
You mean to watch it?
Yeah. It's my favorite. It's my favorite unnecessarily censored video. I love it very much. And I'm just going to talk quietly so Andrea can enjoy it. Yeah. I have a cat belly here. Yeah, I get it. See, Andrea's enjoying it. Yeah, this is my favorite unnecessary censored video. Go watch it. Yeah. Now she's dancing to it. I gotta make fajitas before we play tonight, though, don't I? Yeah. I have a cat on my lap. There we go. Okay. Okay. You copy paste it or save it or something, Kennedy. If you need me to, I can send it over to you on Facebook. Just let me know. Did you
He
watch it?
bleeps the spiders.
Don't spoil it for people.
Don't listen, it's censored.
What's wrong with you?
The big yellow one is the sun.
But no one's a son. Giraffe is nursing.
Wow. On Twitch, all you see is you and then his butt.
That's right. And his head down between my legs, right?
And he's doing this. Giraffe. Giraffe. Oh my goodness. You know how on Facebook they do the memories? Yes. There was one today where Giraffe is this big and Goblin is this big. It was 2 years ago when we first got him. They're so tiny. Now you get to look at them.
They're kind of big.
They're so cute though.
There we go.
No matter what their size.
They are. I like them. There we go. I just want to put that in VIP so you can find it later.
What?
The video. So Kennedy can
You
find
know
it
what?
later. What?
Oh, okay, I'm eating my M&Ms. Coffee nut M&Ms.
Right.
This M&M I just ate did not have a nut in it.
What?
The M&M I just ate did not have a nut in it. The peanut M&Ms, this one did not have one. A little disappointed.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm sorry that you have such first world problems.
It is a first world problem.
It is. It's true.
It just makes me sad, though. I'm so sad. If that's the worst of my day, it's great.
Yeah, but a good day then, hasn't it? So, I can read more, or we can talk about things. What are you doing? Did you finish your...
Oh, yeah, I put that away a while ago. At the break. What are you doing to him? At the break, I put all that away. All the cats have left me, except for Harry. He's right here.
I want
He's behind me.
Don't claw my shirt, jerk.
Harryhausen cat.
Goblin and Zazzles and Otter and Giraffe.
See, I fixed this place. You know, I put the cloth on my vanity. He's pulled it halfway off. I set all my nesting dolls up there. He's knocked them all over.
Yeah, he has.
He's a butthead. He's a butthead. But that's okay. He's cute. Bye, Towie. We'll miss you.
We will catch you again later, Towie. I'm adjusting my ads.
Okay, so we have you and me and Skiggy for tonight's game.
Well, Elizabeth said that she could change it to Thursday nights, but she hasn't replied if she wants to play tonight.
Which Elizabeth? Pickle Lady?
The Marvel. Yes, so Pickle.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, so we don't know if she wants to play tonight, but we know she can play on Thursdays.
Gonna be on there.
So we'll find out. She'll let us know. We'll figure out. Oh, look, she just messaged. No, it was the other one for the other game. Never mind. So there we go. I got me a kitty. Got me a kitty. Okay, so shall I read to you? What are you sighing about?
You want me to go to sleep?
Okay, no reading to you. Shall we find out what's going on in the news and talk about it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
I mean, we can
oh
talk
my
about
God.
things. We could. Huh?
I just pet the cat and then I rub my face without shaking all the fur off my hand. So I got
Don't
a snoot
lick
full of
the
fur.
cat.
Let's see.
Silly.
I didn't lick the cat.
Anything
I just...
Anything new in the news about graphene?
Oh, let me go
I know
look.
that's your favorite thing in the world.
It is. Graphene. Graphene. I always forget if it's INE or ENE.
I believe it's I.
It's
E. Is it E?
Yeah. I told you.
Okay.
I already told you once.
Don't tell me what to do.
Here we go. Well, here's something I've been talking about. Apparently now you can invest in graphene.
Yeah, we were talking about that a few years ago.
Let's see. Here's something from May 2nd. Let's see what we got here. A couple of... Oh my
Yes,
God.
Kennedy, he is covered in pussy hair.
Okay.
I, on the other hand, am not.
I've been talking about this stuff for 5 years and people are just catching up. Wealth Daily put an article out today, which looks like it's actually a 2017 article that they reprinted. Graphene has long been heralded as a miracle material of the 21st century, and it's one of the most groundbreaking discoveries of modern times. Strongest material ever discovered, coming in at 200 times the strength of steel. Also incredibly flexible, highly conductive to both heat and electric. Can be used as ultra-thin conductor in composite plastic, batteries, solar panels. It's even a building block for a whole new world of nanomaterials. Potential applications far and wide, from electronics to renewable energy to healthcare to telecommunications. So yeah, it's just apparently not out to invest on.
Kennedy said this is getting graphic.
Let's see here. It's just like concrete. The concrete we use now is actually crap compared to some of the concrete that Romans made 2,000 years ago. They added limestone and a few other chemicals and actually made some of the structures that the roads still exist today, or the statues still exist today, whether they're underwater or above water. So here's, let's see, when is this? This is from the 2017. Okay, so in 2017 from CNN, it has a high-tech sieve that makes ocean drinkable, a drone that pollinates, biodegradable bullets. Oh, thank God they came up with that.
Just beyond the IT you know is a place...
Stop talking. Plant-based plastic that doesn't pollute. A plane that only emits water. Why did this come up when I had graphene?
Plant-based plastic? That goes along with what we were talking about earlier.
It does. So it's, let's see here. Biology major set out to create a plastic from biodegradable material. He and his partner succeeded in making ponchos, bags, and food packaging from cassava, a cheap and common vegetable found across Indonesia. Not much about graphene. Let's see, Samsung, this is from September last year. Samsung wants to release a folding smartphone in 2018. Flip phone, come back to me, flip phones. I miss you. I love you. Flip phone. Flippy. Yet nothing really new in graphene, except people are finally recognizing it. It's a thing. You know, I feel like I need to
Sorry, I'm just on mute while I chew. Nobody wants to hear that.
No, they don't. Not if you do it
But
with
these
your mouth
M&Ms are
open long.
great. I love these M&Ms. They're my favorite.
There we go. I sent the graphene information over to the group so people could see, it's not just me.
Oh, good job. Well,
Graphene, I love you. They also have figured out, for anybody who doesn't know, with graphene, if you have it 2 molecules thick, it will block a bullet. 3 molecules thick, it will not. 1 molecule thick, it will not. 2 molecules thick, it will.
why?
It's a matter of how the energy, the kinetic energy, when it hits it, how it does its thing.
So if it's only 2, it's okay, but if it's 1 or 3, no?
Correct. Here we go. Is graphene bulletproof?
That's weird.
And let me pull up it's newscientist.com, and let's see here. So the current recent tests suggest, and by the way, the article was dated November 2014, so it's actually old. It performs twice as well as the fabric currently used in bulletproof vests. So graphene is a single sheet of carbon atoms bonded together in a honeycomb shape. So it conducts heat and electricity. It's already used in computers and electronics. Incredibly strong for its light weight, potentially making it ideal for body armor. However, it's tricky to fire high-speed shots through such a thin material to test its toughness, because the atom-thick material is completely destroyed by such impact. Previous work used nano pokers to push into the graphene at walking speed, less than a meter per second, or a shotgun approach using several laser pulses, but the methods couldn't provide.
You didn't say that right.
Laser. But basically, the graphene sheets dissipate the kinetic energy by stretching into a cone shape at the bullet's impact point, and then cracking outward radically. The cracks are one weakness of single-layer graphene, Lee says. It nevertheless performs twice as well as Kevlar and withstands 10 times the kinetic energy that steel can.
Okay.
It's just a beautiful thing. It's so pretty.
Graphene's his favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And he will gladly accept gifts of stock in graphene.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if it's on the stock market, because that one article I read was 2017.
Well, I was going to say, it started to go... Was it on for a little while, a few years ago, like 4 years ago?
No, I researched it then, and they didn't have it.
I think maybe that's what it was you were looking for.
Ah, here we go.
But we couldn't find it.
Yeah, there are stock prices for it now.
Is it a big, exuberant amount, or is it pretty reasonable?
No, actually, from what I'm looking at, and again, these are older articles, it looks like there's stocks out there for it, but they're not hot. Oh, okay, here. This one was updated in April this year. Originally published December 2016. Okay, the good news, there are a small handful of companies exploring graphene technologies, and some of them are publicly traded, such that you can invest in them. Bad news, most companies focus their business on graphene aren't worth investing in, while those few companies that may be worth investing in don't actually do a lot of work with graphene.
So... one of the benefits of graphene is to help the environment. Is that right?
That is one of the benefits, yes.
Are any of these companies that they're talking about aren't worth investing in? Are they any of them environmental companies?
Well, no, but there is like Nokia, Extron. See, oh, by the way, I want to tell you about this. It can be used to create materials 200 times stronger than steel. better at conducting both heat and electricity than copper, and sufficiently flexible, it can be used to form super-strength tubes in construction.
Okay.
So, companies
What type of construction?
like buildings.
Okay.
Like, if they were going to make the elevator to space type thing, they would make it out of graphene because it's that damn flexible. You wanted to. Okay.
Elevator, right?
But Samsung, and IBM, and SanDisk are taking patents out about this stuff.
Okay.
ASML, Cabot Corporation. I'm looking for the update, seeing if it's separate. And now I'm on Motley Fool. Looks like First Graphene stock is at 17 cents a share, and it looks like it's Australian.
What's the minimum purchase amount, though? Because you can't just buy one, right?
No, sometimes you can.
I know a bit about, stocks and things, and sometimes it's a minimum 100.
Well, it
like
depends if
that.
you're going through a company or how you're doing it, but yes, you're correct. But yeah, if I had spare cash, I would just buy up as much as I can in these companies because
I was going to say 17 cents. I have a quarter.
probably scrape up 34
But they won't
cents
let
and
you
get
do
2
that.
shares, huh?
Yeah, they won't let you do that. So that's why I was just wondering.
By the way, they're now adding it to running shoes.
Really? Put like the soles to keep them from wearing out, or inside? Because that's where I have problems.
They'll have graphene added to the rubber soles to increase their grip on terrain.
Oh, that would be good. For hiking and maybe some kitchen type shoes, like because of grease and things. I don't know if that's what they would work for, but sounds good.
I don't know. It's saying terrain, not necessarily grease or whatever, but I'm looking. It says it'll make the shoes stronger, stretchier, and more durable. Nothing wrong with more durable.
That would be great because shoes are not the quality they used to be. I go through shoes horrible.
Here we go. Here's her press release from December of 2017 for the shoe company. Which, by the way...
So it wasn't too long ago.
No, and I'm looking on Amazon. They're selling these shoes on Amazon. You're looking at $30 to $170.
So average price. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah. So it goes into graphene.
So they're already making them?
Yeah, they're out and they're for sale.
And they're marketable? I wonder if Toby sells those for her Amazon business.
And so we could buy it and get her 17 cents so she could buy it in stock.
Yeah.
I am looking at its pioneering collaboration between Innovate and the University of Manchester. Puts us and Britain at the forefront of graphene sports footwear revolution. Well, that's something to put on a plaque.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just basking in the fact that it's becoming available.
Well, things are slowly changing, and to go along with the environmental thing, they don't have it so much here as I saw when we went over to the UK. Bring your own container type places. A lot of people say, oh, this is great for the environment. Well, I've looked at them. I looked into buying some of the things that way. It's very expensive. They make it very expensive to save the environment. And it shouldn't be that way. It should be less.
Yeah, they should make it cheaper, especially since you're using less products, items, etc. Why the hell would the price go up?
Yeah, I don't understand that because there are some places where you could buy your, like, shampoo, for example. And it's cheaper just to go to Walmart and buy 88-cent bottle of shampoo than to spend $1.50 and bring your own container and have to do. For people on a budget, it's harder for them to agree to do that, or ones with kids and things.
Okay, by the way, for the G series shoes, Innovate and NGI scientists mix graphene into the outsole, the idea being that the carbon would dramatically increase the rubber's durability and thus lengthen the life of the shoes. Typically, sticky rubber that excels in wet conditions like steep, rocky, and muddy terrain of Innova's 8's home in the Lake District wears quickly because it becomes softer, leaving runners burning through shoes. By infusing graphene, they aim to extend the life of the outsoles in the most abrasive environments while maintaining exceptional grip. Lab tests at NGI found the new graphene outsole to be 50% stronger and last 50% longer than previous outsole. You know, I've never had a problem with soles wearing out unless it's cheap, thin, whatever. Usually the toe ends up splitting the material where it's stitched to the sole.
Yeah, the inside. I have a problem with the insides rubbing so thin, and then it goes down to the sole. But I guess you could buy inserts for that.
That's true. Yeah, if you change your inserts on a regular basis, you might be all right.
But I found the way they made shoes. I'm reading Kennedy's response. On Aquatica Friends, our Aquatica Friends have a typo in one of their sites. It's minor.
Okay. They're missing an Oxford comma, too.
They're British. That's all.
Yes, if it's a U. And the word flavor.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Kenny said, but I'll let them know and mention that I heard them on Talk of the Tavern. That's great. Yes. Fabulous. Tell your friends.
Yeah, anything to let people know we're effective. Or infective.
They're fun.
By the way, I posted the information to the gamers we play with, and one said, I saw a nanotube-lined business suit, fully bulletproof.
I need one of those. Okay.
Oh, we've got about 20 minutes left. You know, I think I am going to save the whiskey and the cigar for after I eat, because I've had so little to eat today. It's not affecting me, but I'm feeling...
for the game.
Exactly, because I'm feeling so relaxed and laid back right now. I'm worried that if I smoke a cigar and have a drink, I'm going to be like, it's bedtime, I don't want to play tonight.
And then I will just stream on the channel and put a camera there right here. And you can watch them sleep. Because that's entertaining.
Nobody wants that.
It's alright.
Oh my god, he's sleeping in the nude. Oh god. Oh god.
What's under the blanket? That's a cat. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? What was that? And then I watch it on Twitch. Wow.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I'm pulling up all the stuff I have to do afterwards to load all the shows. Because I figure I might as well get that set up and ready. What I've started doing, and I know, Andrea, you know this is more for the viewers, is back in the day when we weren't broadcasting from here, I would run multiple streams at one time. And I would broadcast not only to Twitch, but also to 2 separate internet radio stations, as well as record a video and a separate audio copy of the show all simultaneously. So essentially I'm doing 5 streams. 2 to my computer, a video stream with audio out of the computer, and 2 audio streams out of the computer simultaneously. And afterwards, when I was all done, it would automatically go up on Spreaker, etc., etc., etc. Okay, Cool. Well, when we came here, the internet, not as good. We had to cut back on some of this. Well, recently I went, hey, let me see if I can do this again. I talked to White Party Radio and Radio Reel. I went, hey, do you want the daily streams? And they're like, yay, yes. But it has to be an MP3. So what I have to do, I have to take the video feed, the 3-hour video of the show, throw it into my video software, which takes half hour, 40 minutes to load. And then I have to strip out the sound, which takes another 20, 25 minutes. And then I have to take that audio, because it's not MP3 format and that's all they could play it in, and I have to put it in my audio software. It's a 3-hour M4A or whatever it is. So it takes 20 minutes to get into my audio software, Audacity. And then I export it as MP3 and delete the original file that I created. And then I have to take that file, load it onto Google Drive, so they can use that MP3 file for their radio. And then I have to go upload it separately to Spreaker, which then distributes it to Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, etc. Now, this whole time, I am also exporting it from Twitch to YouTube as a video. And today in particular, I have to go back in and strip out just the interview with Greg. And that's what I do after the show. Keeps me busy for 1 to 2 hours, depending on how much needs done. So. And I'm cooking fajitas tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, some chicken fajitas and with grilled onions. I'm not going to do peppers. We don't have any peppers, and I don't like them that much anyway. Yeah, some nice
peppers.
And I'll make Spanish rice.
Olay!
I use adobo for the chicken, and I'll use...
I swear. There's a big, huge thing of adobo. I couldn't find it the other day. The container is this big. And I looked right over it.
Yeah, she's like, I cooked, but I couldn't find the adobo. I'm like, the Mexican food seasoning? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, it's in the cabinet. She's like, no, it's not. I went in there. I even got the step stool. And I'm like, okay. And I went in the kitchen, opened the cabinet, reached to the back, which it's a 3-tier plastic rack that you set the spices on. Picked the adobo right out and came around the corner going, this? And she's like, what the hell was it?
You ever have one of those days?
It happened.
I've been having one of those weeks.
Since she was 14.
Ish. Yeah.
Ish.
Things are right in front of me. I can't find them. I don't know what's going on. Maybe not enough caffeine. I keep getting all these
there's
messages.
a lot of talky stuff there.
Where?
I'm the D&D group.
Is that why my phone keeps dinging?
I guess. There's a lot of messages. I can't read it right now.
Well,
on there.
We have Daniel and Elizabeth already confirmed for tonight's Marvel game.
Right.
So you'll have some people.
Long as I'm conscious. Long as I'm conscious.
Hopefully you will be.
I probably will be. Maybe. A little.
Okay.
We got 10 minutes to go. Let's talk about what we got coming up and talk about doing some raids. Which, by the way, hey, look what I made.
Nice.
Okay, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for me at least, probably no streaming that I know of at least. Monday, Handheld Movie Studio. Oh, you'll be joining Danielle McPhail tonight. I think she's mad at me, Kennedy. I was late turning a story in, and then when I did, it was totally not what she wanted. I asked her initially, what do you want? She's like, oh, anything. That was not the right answer. And then I was writing up a second story, a separate story to give it to, and it just went too far. And she's like, nope. Too late. So sad. But she has retweeted me and everything, so I don't think she hates me or anything. But yeah, she's been on here before. Last time we tried to have her on with Gail Martin, there was technical issues where it took us over an hour to tech her, and finally, like 3 minutes before the show, I'm like, we can't go on with you.
Because it wasn't done yet, yeah.
Because I'm not going to keep teching you to get on the show while the show is playing. We're not doing that. So, and that was that. But yeah, the last steampunk After Death anthology, I was supposed to have a story in that. And I have it completed. It's on my computer. Because I completed it the night I told her I was going to. But it just took too long for me to do it. And that's understandable. But it will be coming into play in a future novel instead. As we were discussing with Tara yesterday, I'm debating if it should be a prologue.
Goblin is like peeking from behind the curtain. The other people can't see it. That's just so funny.
Maybe they can if I could do this. There's a tail.
Because that is just his head. He pulled his head out and he's like, what?
Put this up a little so maybe his head's up there. Goblin!
Alright, little kitten.
Nope. It's not happening.
Squirrel heard you and she squeaked and there she goes.
Squirrely girl!
With her big ol' eyes. She always looks surprised.
So
and she has this tiny little squeak.
So as I said, it's Monday. We've got Handheld Movie Studio, where Elizabeth is going to be walking us through how to make movies using your phone, or her phone at least. Tuesday, I don't believe we have a guest currently, but Wednesday we are doing Geeky Educators.
Yes.
And Thursday, once again, we don't have a guest. And I'm not planning on getting guests for next week because I need a week to get settled into the new job before I start pulling in. And this isn't to say we won't have people on, but I will not have people we haven't had on previously come on. For the same reason as we mentioned with Danielle Ackley McPhail, is I just don't have the time or energy to tech them, explain things. So if like somebody who's been on a few times is like, I want to be on, absolutely, come on, because I don't have any work to do, just hang out with you and have a good time. That I do.
And since we don't have guests, whatever, I will be prepared next week with some things, so it's not like today.
Oh, I'm prepared. I can read books, but no.
I know you can, and I'll fall asleep.
That's what we could do. We could just start out the whole show with Travis reading books. Andrea could doze off. During the first refill break, I go wake her up. And then she'll be like, I'm very refreshed. Let us have conversation.
But then if you start reading again, done.
She'll be all like, no.
That's a no.
This is uncomfortable.
Are you sleeping? That's funny.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So tonight, we will be continuing with the ongoing saga of Marvel superheroes. So we will pick up where we left off last Sunday. So Fullback, Crusher, and Skiggy are in
You said it right.
I know, this time. Are in a office building about to enter the big bad guy's office, and that'll be great.
We're in the waiting room. We're waiting.
With elevator music. And it looks like we will be moving our Sunday games to Wednesdays.
Yes. And it looks like the D&D one will be Thursday?
No. Wednesday, that's the Sunday game that I was talking about. The Sunday D&D game will. It looks like they've come to agree on the second and fourth Wednesday of each month. You know what? Let me go ahead and just ask him a question.
I think so. So we'll see. see what happens. And then I'll change the schedule on my channel, and all will be well, and we will game and roll dice, and there will be cats. I'm excited for the Marvel game tonight.
And I just asked him if we're doing it Wednesdays instead of weekends, do we want to do it every week? So we'll let him answer that. Because then that would be 2 full scheduled nights for you every week on your channel. And soon you'll be bigger than Talk of the Tavern. You'll just be dead.
That's because you cook a lot.
Kennedy. I knew what happened there. Let's see.
See, Kennedy went and got coffee and everything. I need coffee. Bring me some coffee, Kennedy. From Beaver and Broad. I can't talk today.
There's
We have 5. Sorry.
What? We have 5?
We have 5 minutes. Who do we want to raid? Are we going to Doctor Who or?
Oh, hold on, I'm whipping out a raid. Yeah,
you are.
I'm probably going to go Doctor Who just because I need to not socialize. I have to go do these other things. I'm on a tight schedule, but I could definitely. I think we're going to go Doctor Who, guys. Hang out just for the switchover for the sake of the channel.
And stay over on Doctor Who and win some tickets, because you never know. You may go to London Comic Con or just win some really cool Doctor Who stuff.
That's right.
And if anything, you get to watch Doctor Who.
That's true, too. And, Des, just, I'm guessing it. Oh, are you back, John? Welcome back. We have to talk to you about the Marvel game and see about that. But we'll do that off air. I wasn't sure if you're in, that's why I didn't bring you into it. But I know tonight we have to finish up what they were doing anyway. So it works out okay for tonight. Des. Yeah, but we're settling in here with Andrew's channel also. So basically, Andrew and I, it looks like we'll be streaming at least 6 hours a day, possibly more.
Yeah.
So.
I'm trying to get some things together so I have other content. I would like to, maybe the other days, since if we're doing one day Marvel and the other day D&D, maybe we could do some Magic.
Definitely can. We could set a camera right on the table in between us and have it pointing down at the table. Also, John has mentioned us going to Jersey's and possibly doing game reviews.
Could do that.
Especially if we leave immediately after the show. We could be there in time for your stream, and he can have a pile of burgers or some kind of food waiting for us and a comic book.
Oh, I was going to say Chick-fil-A's down there. Wawa.
Wawa.
Wawa's awesome.
How terrible are we? We're like, hey, we just want to show up, review your stuff, and eat food. This sounds great. Let's make this happen. There's a virtual Magic game.
Well, see, that's cool, but I have, like, over here, I have lots of Magic cards, and I have this, I'm just going to get up and get it, this thing that John gave me for Magic I haven't used yet. It's a cat. It's a counter thingy.
I wanted one of those. Those are cool. I gotta make you a cat deck to go with it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
John, you get any commons cats or something that's just not expensive?
I just really like this thing.
There you go. Okay, we gotta get out of here. So, here's to rearranging schedules so you still have fun and creativity. Here's to that.
Here.
Thanks for joining us in the discussion shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day and steamy dreams every night.